There we go, there we go, there we go. Everyone, welcome, welcome, welcome. And this is episode 13 of the D&D campaign.
Oh, God.
13.
Hello, Skillbilly.
13.
Leaving off after the interesting 12.5 that was had between myself and Hannah. Boomer, you were in the cave, and from your perspective, this took about 10 minutes from start to finish. You saw this interaction with the dragon, and you saw her fall unconscious. You saw the dragon intently watch over the young girl, and at some point he started taking damage. You saw like the snout bleed and stuff not long before she woke up. You saw the interaction, and the heavily armoured woman you heard the clinking of as you were tucked in a corner stealthed walk past you, and she looks at you. She saw that you were there, carried on in, and the interaction that went down in 12.5, you saw all that happen. She was teleported out, and you don't know where. And a few seconds later, you just, as you kind of get ready to turn and go, you see a flash of light, and 2 feet stand behind you. And you see this presence,
Oh, dear.
and you see the bald-headed woman with pale skin just... It's fine. You can stand. I'm not going to kill you.
Oh, dear, oh, dear.
Well, the question is, who are you first? You saw me speak with Layla, so I assume you're a friend of hers.
Indeed. I'm Boomer.
Charmed. I'm Z.
Z, eh?
What's your goal? Do you intend to look after her?
I was keeping an eye out for her.
Good. She needs more friends like that. I can catch you up to her if you wish.
No, I will walk there, please.
Alright,
Well, thank you for the offer.
I have a couple of things I need to deal with here, as you probably heard. And she puts a hand on your shoulder and just gives it a firm squeeze. You do anything, or if they do anything to hurt Layla, I will kill all of you myself. Am I understood?
Can I do an insight check on that?
Well, yes, because
Well.
she's doing an intimidation check. Okay, so let's do the intimidation check. Fucking hell.
Even if I, yeah.
You just kind of hear the very calmness of her words. It's fine, Skillbilly, don't mind. You just hear that calmness, and it's like, she fucking means it. And it kind of just, that the words reverberate in your body. It's kind of like, okay. You're a little scared of this woman.
A little,
And she just
but he
gives this
doesn't-
very caring and warm smile, but underneath it's like the evilest deviance in what she says, and you believe every word she fucking says.
I do.
Well, when you get out the cave then, turn left. She'll be about an hour behind you then, if you don't wish to have a fast track.
Right, yeah.
Go. Quick. Now.
Boomer moves slowly out.
Yeah, it's kind of like that. Oh, fuck. Go.
But initial question is out of character.
Yes.
I presume he teleported straight back after Layla.
Yes. She teleported
Right.
her and Layla to where it was just out of view of the party, ready to introduce them, because that's what she wanted. She's then
Yeah.
teleported back to do something here, and has teleported to you first to say this, knowing that you were still there.
Damn it. Foiled my plans.
The thing is, her passive, because you rolled a nat 20 in your stealth, which was +2, but her passive's above 22, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But
Fair enough.
going to the main party, which are currently, you're leaving northward, because your intention was to go towards the ships to have a look at them, and also collect Layla on the way. And this was after doing your business in town, which was at the end of session 12. as you
We all met up and then headed.
yeah.
headed out.
Before you leave, Varg, remember, offered to stay behind and just watch
Yeah.
what the clan does to see if there's anything going on there. As you are about halfway, you assume, to where the cave is, Layla like broaches a bit of the tree line and starts coming towards the party, and you kind of meet.
Well,
Anyone?
we're just kind of just like, if she kind of just walks out, we're just like, oh, okay, you know we were heading up to come and collect you anyway.
I finished early. Thanks.
How did it go?
I got a sword, and I'll.
Yeah, you
show
see a
my
new shiny
ra-
sword on
rapier.
a side. She's clutching a chest under her armpit, and there's a few other bits and bobs that you recognise on a person.
Is she also dripping with blood?
The sword
No.
and her face. No, you did. You specifically said you wiped.
No,
Dragon.
like stripes, like war
Yeah,
paint.
there is blood on her face.
There's blood on her face. If I'm,
The sword
yeah.
is sheathed, so obviously you won't see the dragon's blood on that.
No. Sorry.
But yeah, you can see there's blood on her.
Her armor's also completely cleared up because she was meant to have bled quite heavily, if I could recall.
The armor's immaculate. The damage she sustained in the dream state doesn't carry over.
Okay. Seems to have gone well, given your new art.
Mhm.
Rose, are you there?
Oh no, I'm here.
Oh, it's alright, because I was going to say you can talk.
I know.
Okay.
She's just not.
I'm going to hand cast the wooden box with
Mhm.
diamonds. With it's got. I wrote it down. It's
4 100 gold diamonds.
Thanks, Danny. I got you some diamonds. I don't know if they're useful yet. I just know one day they'll be useful. And sorry.
They will. There's no need to apologise.
Okay. That's cool. Look at my sword. Well, it's a rapier. I can't really use a sword, but it's still cool.
I'm alright, thank you. And Cass is just going to keep walking.
Oof.
Oh. Taking out on that one, Chief.
Okay.
So do you take the
That was-
diamonds or not?
No.
Okay.
We're glad to see that everything seems to have gone well for you, Layla. Now, you haven't happened to see Boomer, have you?
Boomer was planning on following her.
So he must
Yeah,
have got. No.
But yeah, because
It-
obviously Boomer's not there at the minute. He's going to be about an hour behind.
Yeah. It is Boomer. He's more than likely to have got lost.
Or accidentally knocked down a tree.
He
Break
probably,
it.
he probably thought he could improve it in some way.
He's well-meaning.
Right, let's go in to see if we can't find out where
Sorry, I
these.
confiscated it.
No, give it him back. No.
Go and see if we can't find the people, the occupants of these ships. Then.
So you carry on.
Mhm.
About, and because to the coast it's going to be about a 3-hour walk. You've gone in not long. Further hour down the road is when you see Boomer, kind of a little pale-faced, but approaches.
Before I join up, would have actually seen anything else in the cave while the dragon were going on?
Would you have gone in? Or when she told you to go, would you have ran? Bear in mind you were intimidated.
I would have backed out a little bit, but I wouldn't have ran.
Yeah. Because what you remember seeing was the body of the dragon, a large pile of gold, which was the hoard.
Mm.
And obviously she went in and you saw her inspecting the body of the dragon as you left.
That's it. Yeah. Because I would have probably known of Z with the Magoth telling me stories of her.
Hmm.
Would Magog know?
Well, the thing is, would he be able to put it together that that is Zariel? Roll a history check.
Probably would have twigged something, I would have thought.
Magog's intelligence is a +1.
You probably still would have told some part of the story.
Mhm.
The story would have been
That's what
told.
we would have talked to each.
The issue is, would Boomer consider... Well, it did kind of look like how he described her. And it was a Z. It's kind of that type of thing.
Yeah.
I would say you're unsure, but it's kind of intriguing. It's like... You've got like a 10% sus meter.
Yeah, I have my suspicions.
You have a suspicion, but you've got no proof or anything to go on, really.
Pretty much, and then obviously, yeah, remember the location of this cave as well.
Yeah. And you both start moving towards each other, and eventually, the party, you see Boomer ahead and approaches the party as well.
Boom, baby.
I think Greytail, you were the only person who knew he was actually leaving to go after.
But he would, but he would have told us that when we were like, right, let's gather everyone together, and it's like, where's Boomer?
Yeah, that's fair. So yeah, you all finally greeted with Boomer again.
Yeah.
Everything okay?
Boom, baby, yeah.
Inside.
As mad as ever.
Sure, insight it.
I did not
and
mean to do
also,
that.
Layla, this is the first that you knew that there was someone else in the cave with you.
Layla will silently panic.
So yeah, cast roll an insight check, please.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't have my character sheet
fine,
open.
it's
Sorry.
Can I be doing an insight on
Oh,
Layla,
Mm-hmm.
by any chance?
Yeah. We'll wait for the other insight to come in.
You're normal, everything's fine.
It's 24.
Yeah, I saw. Okay. So Evan, you're unable to ascertain because you're kind of you're watching Cass because you can see her like intently looking at Boomer for whatever reason. Your distraction's torn too much to be able to gauge anything. Whereas Cass looking at Boomer, there's a slight clamminess to him, and he's clearly disturbed by something. Or maybe he took a ferocious shit in the woods about 10 foot back. That could have like took it out of him. But yeah, he doesn't look great. He looks bothered.
Okay.
I say as the party goes ahead, I'll try and pull Evan to one side.
Okay.
Because they're like probably not from the main party.
Okay, so I'll take a step aside with him.
Boomer didn't say very good things.
What very...
Leo ended up going into a cave. Fighting a dragon.
A dragon.
Mm.
Wait, did you see that?
He did say that he pulled him to one side away from the party.
No, but did he see me fight the dragon? Because I was teleported away to fight a dragon.
No, he saw you
No.
unconscious. I think he's on about when you woke
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
I didn't fight a dragon then, though.
I know.
No, but you talked about fighting a dragon. He heard the whole... He heard the whole conversation that you had.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think he's covering for you.
Well,
Well, covering.
Give it
the
a minute.
strong-
Yeah. Yeah, the dragon was dead, for I was aware. But then there was another strange figure that came in.
Was this figure?
One of her stories about. I presume it would have been he was red. Or
She was
devilish.
pale skinned with obsidian armor.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Went by the name of Z.
Yeah. The strange name Z. Pale armor. Pale skin.
Pale arm, pale skin. She met with Layla there.
She did. I didn't really catch what was going on. The next thing is she poofed. I must lay her out.
Okay.
Came back to me and tried to intimidate me.
What did she tell you? What did she say to do? This Z.
We'd hardly lay her in anyway, that she'd come and get us. Scared
Okay.
Boomer very much.
I wish you wouldn't talk yourself in the third person.
No.
I'm just letting. I think that's his scared response. Boomer's scared response is I start talking about Boomer in the third.
Yeah.
Disassociation.
Mhm. Right. Well,
Boomer's just scared of Layla now.
we'll try and keep her safe as best we can. Thank you for telling me, and we'll keep an eye on as we go.
Yeah,
Well, we're heading north. So maybe you could point out this cave when we go past. We don't
Will
have to
do.
go in, but just let us know which one.
I say I don't want to tell Cass, I don't want any more arguments.
I don't want the arguments either, but at one point we will have to let them know.
Right, yeah.
So, you carry on your travel, going back in the direction on the path where you followed Boomer towards the cave.
Mm-hmm.
Make a perception check, Boomer.
Ooh.
You get to the edge of the tree clearing, where the mountainous terrain starts. You don't find the cave. You're sure you're where you were, but it's flat rock.
Would I detect any magic in that?
Are you casting detect magic?
Yeah, I'm gonna do it as a ritual.
Okay. So you sit down and begin the process of ritually casting detect magic. That'll take 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Everyone else? You see Boomer suddenly be like, hey? And then sit down and start going through an incantation.
Okay.
I'd like to do a perception check and see what. Just have a look around.
Go for it.
I mean, I will point out that none of us know why he's just sat down in the middle of the road.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, is he? What's
Yeah.
he doing? Is it, I want to know what the hell's what I'm looking for.
hmm
Seems.
Yeah, just shrug and apparently we're stopping.
It's apparently so.
Mm-hmm. I can imagine there's some furious chats between Hannah and Danny right now along the lines of fuck.
Stephanie, you take a look around and nothing really garners your attention. It's just kind of an open terrain that's like it's got a slight incline. You don't see anything out of the ordinary or anything that sticks out to you. Does anyone else wish to do anything while Boomer's cast? Excuse me, while Boomer's casting.
No.
Keep an eye out to make sure there's nothing.
Perception check
Hostile
by
around.
those people then.
I'd go. Why we're here?
No, we're meant to be travelling forward, but I think Boomer has something he wants to show us.
Oh,
There's nothing around here.
Boomer seems to think there is.
Okay. So you will keep an eye out and look around. A few animals go by, not monsters. You don't see any people. It's fairly quiet. Boomer, once you finish casting,
Yeah.
you sense in the terrain a glimmer of magic behind under the stone,
Yeah.
and it's in the direction.
Let's go.
The stone itself is not magical.
Yeah, it's the area around it.
Mm-hmm.
Can I investigate the area around the stone?
Yes, make an investigation check.
This should be better. Nice.
The layer work of the stone that's been done over the thousands of years the mountain's been here, there is very, very faint indiscrepancies that you can see in a large portion of it, where it looks like stone has been moved and placed here, and it looks almost immaculate, but given your keen eye, you're able to just ascertain that there's something slightly off.
How
I'd
far is it away from the town we've travelled to?
From the town you've left.
No, town we're travelling to.
No, we're not travelling to
You're
the
not travelling
town.
to a
There's only
town?
one town here.
Not town,
The boats.
the boat, yeah.
About an hour.
About an hour.
You've
I'd like to
Ow.
make
It's
a
about the
mental
cave
note.
is about 2 hours from town. The
Yeah.
shoreline's 3.
Right. So 2 hours in town, 1 hour for the boat.
Yeah.
Right, Joe.
I'm going to make a mental note of the location where we are and what he was messing with.
You see him rubbing stone.
That's what I'm saying.
So you
There's
make
gotta be
a
a-
log of him rubbing a mountain.
Yeah, I like to see them rubbing stuff.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. But you do realise Persephone has no... He hasn't said anything yet, so you've got...
Just watching what he's doing and wondering why, and I'd like to say, there's obviously something going on here.
Maybe he's got a stone fetish. Leave him alone.
That's what I'm saying. I'll
But
make
anyway,
a note.
Boomer.
I'll come back another time.
What is
Who
it? you
like stones?
Oh, I love this stone.
do? So what are you doing then, Boomer? You kind of... It's kind of like... Huh. That's not right.
Now
Yeah.
everyone's looking at you really weird.
I'm going to back off for now because it's just a sense of deja vu. You just don't feel.
Like everything good, Boomer?
I don't know. I don't feel safe here. You should go.
Carry on then.
Okay.
We'll keep an eye out, shall we?
And then again, I'll hold Evan back and tell him what I've discovered.
By all means. So, Evan, you're filled in on what he found with the mountain
Yep.
face and stuff. Essentially, that under the stone there was magical auras and essences, which, to point out, it was evocation and necromancy that you found.
Ooh. And shivers down Boomer, that one.
So, Evan, you're caught up and filled in, like, under that stone there's magic and it's this. But the cave was there.
Just like a smoke screen. An illusion.
If it was an illusion, you would have picked up the illusion, like, magic school and where it was.
Ah.
Someone seems to have moved some rocks into the way.
Yeah.
I'm saying that from an out of character point of
Yeah,
view.
that's essentially what
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah, the Boomer's a bit like very nervous at the minute. Doesn't feel safe around the area.
But
Keep an eye out for it then.
you carry on and make your way towards the dockyard. Well, the bay. And after another hour or so travel, you eventually start seeing the rocky shores of the land, and you can see moored up where the hulls have been dragged on so they don't float off. 4 ships, 3 of one size and 1 much bigger. No sails, no ropes, no rigging. The only things that are left on outside visible is there are ballista. On the bigger ship, there are 4 to a side. On the smaller ones, there are 3 to a side.
Is this like a dry dock or something?
No, this is a beach.
No, this is
Have they
4
been beached?
Yeah, 4
Yep.
beached ships.
They've been dragged on shore to stop them floating off.
Right, okay.
Make a perception check, everyone.
Yay, perception checks. We love those.
We do.
Like it better when we actually do. Is Boomer on high alert?
Yeah.
I think he is now, definitely.
Boomer, Persephone, and Cass. You all see.
Having the usual question.
Yeah. On the beach, there's a hole that's been dug, and like some of the stone has been picked out, and you can see scorch marks where a fire's been had at some point, and in it is a pile of ash. Gray would have noticed it also. The ships are, give or take, 20 to 30 feet spaced apart from each other. And that's about all you see initially.
There's no signs of life.
Not that you can see.
Are the ships actually in the sea itself, or the shipwrecked
No.
on the beach?
They've been moored up against the land and then dragged on, like, so they're stuck on.
Right. Can I have a quick inspection of the ballistas?
Yeah, what are you looking for? To see how
Genius.
good they are?
Yeah.
Make a investigation check.
As a rumor would be intrigued by these ballistas.
They're solid. Well made, well maintained as well. You can see that a number of them have sustained damage at some points in their life and then have been fixed, and fixed very well. The ropes and stuff for them are still there. They are functional, it's just they don't have any ammunition.
So there's no cannonballs.
It's a ballista, it'll have
Ballista,
bolts.
sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no ammunition is present, but the ballistas are, and look to be in full working order. They're big. Given the size of you would have to like stretch your arms up to reach the handles of the ballista, and it probably weighs about 30-40 pounds per.
Have any of them recently been like fired?
You wouldn't be able to tell.
No tell.
No.
Right.
That's like me handing you a crossbow and say, when was it shot?
Yeah, true.
It's not like gunpowder residue or anything like that. It's taut and strong, isn't it?
Could we
Yeah.
tell how long these are, looks by the looks of it?
Uh,
How long they've been here?
They are very well maintained. They look in very good working order, and if any weathering and damage has been dealt with them, it's not there because it's been fixed or maintained.
But there's no sails. There's no rigging, nothing.
No, that's all been taken. They
So
are
these are bit
the wooden hull.
been stripped.
The only thing that it has is its ballistas and the actual structure of the ship. Everything else is gone.
I'm going to do another ritual for detect magic again. See
Okay.
if there's anything in the area.
Are the ballista at rest, or do they look like they're cocked, like they're ready to fire?
No, they haven't. They're not drawn back, if that's what you're asking. They are just ready to be used if need. They're not like preloaded in a defensive manner or anything like that.
Okay. When we're checking this, I'm guessing you're able to get up on the boats to be able to do these checks. Is what you're saying?
Oh yeah, the they're moored in a way that you can climb up and jump on without a check or anything needed. So I'm assuming Boomer went up onto the ship and actually started nosing around at the ballistas.
Of course.
Because that's what he does.
That's it.
And there's no people around.
Make a perception check.
Where's,
Between the ships,
yeah,
the ballista, and the fire pit, that's about all you see at the minute.
where's the ammunition for these ballistas? Is it that next to the ballistas, or is that not there?
There is an empty barrel, like with the top missing, that you assume they would be in, but they're not in it. Gray, you take a look around at the ships. You don't see anyone on board or anything like that. You then close your eyes and take a listen. You can hear noises coming from the forest behind you of different elements of wind, twigs crunching, leaves crackling. As like general, it's nothing unusual. It's general wildlife noise.
Okay. Any tracks that lead off?
There are a number of tracks on the floor, but it seems that the people who left them have intentionally tried to muddy them and distort them. They are still visible, as well as there are a number of tracks that lead to the main road that were left, and you assume they were left maybe by the hunters. But there is a large amount of tracks that have been actively distorted and attempted to be covered, but given the scale of them, it's impossible to entirely.
Right. Are these the fishermen boats?
No.
Then these aren't. Oh,
Well,
okay.
Fisherman boats. The immediate standout is fisherman boats wouldn't have 6 or 8
Weapon.
ballistas on each. They maybe have one, just one, in case like a fucking shark or something decides to come and have a nosy. But these are much, much more than fishing ships. They are far too big. They don't have any of the necessary ports and panels that you would expect to see on a fishing vessel.
Anyway.
These are closer to what we would consider warships then.
Yeah.
Traveling ships, warships, that sort of classification. Its
So
where are
exact
the
purpose is unknown.
Fishermen. Weren't we heading towards where the fishermen were supposed to be?
No. You were doing that on a different time, I believe. This you went to the actual the weird ships that have been on the docks.
Right, okay.
Yeah, we got told where they were, so we've gone
Yeah,
to those
and
ships.
We got there first. Okay.
Yeah, the only thing we were waiting on the fishermen for was the location of where these ships were.
Yeah.
And we already found out. Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Hannah, did I hear you speak?
Yeah, have we looked for any flags or like names on the boats?
They have purposefully been taken.
Okay, sorry.
The
Or
sails,
identification.
flags, rigging, the plates in which the name is on has been and you can kind of see the outline of the plaque that sits on the ship on all of them. The only thing for the ship that is here is the ballistas on it, the actual basic structure. That is it. And it's been done pretty clean as well, considering people looking over. It's spotless. And the reason why I'm not making you check is because you're not having to ferret through anything because there is nothing there to ferret through. It is empty. You'd imagine, like, this is what a ship would look like brand new before you actually start putting cargo and shit on it.
But it looks worn, like it isn't brand new.
Oh, it's been well looked after, but it's by no means brand new. You can see large holes in the ship where the two different colour woods clash, where you assume a hole's been made and then been fixed, but it's been done very carefully and lovingly. It's well maintained. So these people who own the ships, you would assume, have decent knowledge of using them or maintaining them, or both.
I'm sorry, did you say Owen?
Well, somebody owns them, yeah.
Well,
Someone's
they look like they've been abandoned.
For now, I think they've taken the sails down so nobody steals them. They can't sail in the state they're in now.
So,
Got no
what's
sails.
Boomer's detect magic come back as?
We haven't.
No, because obviously
Well, this is happening while you guys are doing this, but Your detect magic comes back, Boomer. Going around the ships and like having a look, with the exception of the party, which, as an interesting point, you notice that Layla's new sword is extremely powerfully magical, just as a side note.
Oh.
And that has necrotic energies.
Oh.
You don't notice you don't notice any magic emanating from the ships at all. They are mundane entirely.
Yeah, I
Well,
say
these look like they've been abandoned to me. Anyone fancy a ship of their own?
Might
With the
be.
amount of upkeep they've had, I assume the owners will be back at some point.
Well, if you think there was owners, they'd leave at least a small crew or someone around
Okay.
it.
Just think,
They're
as well,
actually-
you'll need a few hundred
Good point.
golds worth of rigging and sails to actually get these seaworthy.
That's not a problem.
It's a good point. If they were coming back, they would have some form of guard.
Exactly. This is just completely dumped and stripped bare. You can see there's nothing here.
Well, they don't intend to be doing stuff here for a while. Right.
Hence why I'm thinking we've now got our own ship.
They've
These-
been
these-
beached.
Yeah, are these ships? Yeah, well, it's not hard to return. Well, it's difficult,
It
but it's
is.
not hard to return a ship to the water. With how beached these ships are they like? Does the tide ever hit them?
With looking at like the stones and where like the water goes, you assume that at high tide they would probably tickle the back of the ships, but not enough that it might get pulled in, if that's what you're wondering.
did you say there was like a fire somewhere?
There is a
Fire pits.
yeah. It's
yeah.
it's not in use, but you can see that
When
In
was
the
the last
summer-
time it was in use? How long? How old is this pit?
that
That's
would be an
what I thought.
investigation check.
I'll do you want me to do that one?
I believe that's probably the best. You can have assistance from me.
Oh, yes.
So I'll grant advantage.
Yeah, no worries.
So 2 seconds.
Your +6 versus my nothing. So
Yeah.
18, not bad. Looking at the soot and the way the weather's slowly worn it away, it's
That's it.
probably been a couple weeks or so, but the slurry-esque ash, where like water's coming and mixed with it, is very much still there, and there is quite a bit of it. But it's been a couple weeks at least since these fire pits have been used.
Couple of weeks, eh?
right, Boomer,
Yeah.
could you disable these ballista?
Indeed, I can.
Disable them so that if we need to, we no. If nothing else, could you take the strings?
Yes.
It's easy enough to do. It'll just take them a couple minutes per ballista, but you can go around and disable the 8 on the larger ship, and then the 18 on the smaller ships.
Can I just check what's stopping us from going inside the boats?
Nothing.
We could go inside. There's no problem.
Boomer's
What
already
I'm
been on the
saying
deck of them.
Yeah, we've been on the deck of a few. What we're doing at the moment is making sure these weapons can't be used. The next thing I was thinking of is, in case they came back for these ships, if we disable things like the rudders and stuff like that to slow people or prevent them from leaving.
Drop the anchors and then disable the lifting mechanism.
I'd still say let's commandeer one of these ships.
We can commandeer them.
That'll
That's
take a
perfect.
while, but yeah.
That would take a while. And again, we need to acquire sail and other things.
And sailors. Does anyone know how to sail a ship?
Nope.
We can hire a crew.
We could.
Yes.
Again, the main thing is we'd need to get the whole thing set up. So, until that happens, let's secure any possible investment by making sure nobody can run off with our potential prize.
Boom.
Cass, what are you doing at this time?
Cass has kind of moved away from the boats a little bit. It's just kind of watching the tree line, just seeing if she can spot a guard.
Perception check, please.
Say, this entire time, I have not let go of my weapon because I know I'm in a hostile location.
No, that's 100% fine.
14.
Yep, just give me a second. I will get back to you in a moment. As I have to look up a statistic.
How dead we are about to be. Not incorrect.
I mean, it's not entirely against it. I wouldn't worry too much. Let me roll.
It's a good thing I've got like 2 backup characters ready to go into it. Ideas anyway. I'll let a d6 decide what I choose as well. I don't mind.
I've got nothing left.
You keep an eye out, and as far as you're aware, there is nothing in the tree line, anyone. Everything's is kosher.
I'll still stay. I don't trust it.
Well, that you can change in a second. It makes sense to stay and watch.
I'm going to
Listen.
wander over to Cass and just
Sabotage?
stand there awkwardly.
Cass, you're aware of the presence of a Layla.
Yeah.
Was that a yeah to me or to her?
No to you as the DM.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure.
DM, can you tell Cass that I'm trying to talk to her?
Well, say something then. You walked up to her, stood next to her, and then didn't do anything. Like,
Zombie.
Is it me? Is it
back
really
in
going
character
here?
now.
Yes. This is how we communicate.
You're aware, Cass, given the
Mhm.
people you've dealt with over your years, you are aware that kids and other people of younger minds, when they don't quite know how to initiate a conversation, often do tactics like Layla is producing.
Well, Layla wants to be an adult, so she better start talking and acting like one.
That's Rose's bitchiness coming through rather
Oh
than...
yeah, that's Rose, that's not Cass.
But the point I was going to say is, Cass, you're aware that Layla clearly wants to initiate a conversation, but is finding it hard to initiate.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm sorry, are you after something?
I got a sword, a rapier. I just want you to check there was nothing, it wasn't bad. That was all.
Oh, Layla, I don't think I should.
Okay.
Ooh.
I just mean, last time I advised you against something, we had an argument, and honestly, I'm tired of fighting.
I won't argue this time.
No, you want to be an adult, so do what you need to do. But I won't be giving you advice anymore.
Oh, can you not? I thought you said it was okay.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's okay.
Layla will go back to the group.
Okay, so you return back to the group and leave
That was a
Cass.
fucking gotcha moment.
Yeah.
She just admitted that the thing that she got, she doesn't trust. But it
I
came from her
know.
parents.
Michael, I'm playing the long con. Leave it alone. That was Rose as well. That's not Cass, but yeah, I know
Yeah.
what's going on. But at the same point, I'll tell you afterwards the reason Cass's thoughts
Yeah, no, it's fine.
process. but-
We'll find out. But no, Boomly, you go and disable all the ballista. Is there anything else people wish to do during this time?
Again, we're
Do
doing
the
the whole
firewall.
keeping the eye out at the same time.
Mhm.
I have mentioned about the possibility of disabling like rudders or something to make sure these ships.
That would be a
Even if they can-
tinkerer's check. Or a carpenter check, maybe.
The main idea is The main thing is I want him to try and disable them with the possibility of them being easy to restore if you know what you're doing. Like, basically, for Boomer to break them in a way Boomer knows how to fix. But if the case that
That's why it
Boomer,
would be a check, because to break them is one thing, but to break them in a way that can be fixed easily, different thing.
I'd say don't care if they are broken in a way that they can't be fixed easily and they'll need a check later. But
okay, so Boomer,
if it's
we'll start on, because the way it is, looking at the ships from the shore, it's little, big, little, little. We'll go left to right. How are you disabling the ship? What are you doing to that ship? Are you going for the capspan? Are you going for the rudder, the ship's wheel, all three?
I think something that would delay, something that's going to take a while to repair, or if beyond repair on the border.
We don't want the beyond repair bit.
The one to probably target them would probably be the rudder.
Yeah.
Okay, so make a Tinker Tool check on your ability to break it good. If that makes sense.
Oh god.
Okay. And each ship is going to take you probably about 45 minutes to an hour.
Right.
Depending on how easy and things are. But what you do is you're able to take the bolts that run through the wooden joints and push the dowels out and actually remove the actual rudder itself entirely. So when it turns, it's just the pole. There's no actual rudder attached.
Is that similar to what I did to the swords?
No. Much better. You don't break these, because all it would be a case of to fix is to slot the rudder back into the joint and put the dowels back in.
Yeah.
Given that 90% of the ship is made of wood, you're able to like knock it out with a rubber mallet, and the back arse of the ship is on the shore, so you don't have to go underwater and fuck with it from that side.
Nice.
So that first ship, success. And for the notes, you have 3 dowels and the rudder, because I'm assuming you don't want to leave them with the ship, because then that kind of defeats the purpose.
Yeah.
You do know carrying the size of a rudder is going to be ridiculous.
Yep.
You do know that he has a bag of holding.
Is the rudder going to fit in the bag of holding? That's my point.
Oh yeah.
It's not. It's not.
If you put
the
it
size of a rudder of a ship is going to be huge. It's going to be like a good 6 to 8 foot.
No. Nowhere near.
Yes.
In its width, you're probably looking at about 2 foot. And in length, yeah, you're probably looking at about 6 foot. But if you put it in the width ways, it can just slot it in because it's a bag of holding. You just get sucked in.
Yeah, but it's the weight. The
It's a
bag of holding.
Bag of holding means fuck up.
It's infinite.
Fair enough.
You're thinking of the haversack. That's got a limited weight. The bag of holding is limitless.
Okay.
So long as it can fit in the neck of the bag, it can go in. The bigger ship, you move on to. Tinker Tool check again.
Round 2.
Fight. Swear to God, I'm glad I had curry, man, because I've, as you guys know, I've been having a sore throat and stuff. It's fucking kicked my arse. It's doing wonders for my sinuses, I tell you.
Good.
Okay. You're able to remove and disable the rudder again. However, in the process, you break 2 of the 3 main dowels, and reattaching it, it's like if you put a car wheel on with only 1 bolt. It'll break off if it's used. So, while yes, you have successfully disabled it, without more dowels, you will not be able to repair it.
Right, yeah. I'll just take that 1 dowel that's in good nick and then...
Well, at least then they're already destroyed, but at least you've got a size guide of, I need 2 more dowels of that size.
So he has mending. Would that work on them?
Yes, actually, that would. Because dowels are small enough, because it's less than a 1 foot surface area. In theory, yeah.
I think leaving the big and immobile completely might not be a bad idea. So then if we do have to deal with them, we've only got the 3 little ones to deal with.
That's why we're trying to disable all of them. If none of them can move,
Yeah, but if we leave the big one, as in, it's not going to get fixed anyway.
depends on what use we could get out of the ships. If we can get used, or if we end up giving them over to the town, it's like, okay, here's 4 more ships for a navy.
Yeah.
As you're in the process of disabling the big ship, Cass, you're keeping an eye and ear out. You hear, a distance away in the forest, you hear a loud, what sounds like a bird call, but the person coughs in the middle of doing it and then starts coughing up a lung after doing the loud whistle, and you hear that whistle then replicated further and further away. But the problem is that first person, because they did it and then kind of like that, oh fuck, you hear that coughing and you know that was not a bird. That was a person imitating a bird call.
Can I pinpoint where that bird call was coming from?
I would say direction, yes, but it was a fair distance away.
Do you let us know?
Cool. Yeah, I'm gonna.
You all hear the bird call, but she's able to discern that
cough.
wasn't. Yeah, she heard the cough.
I'm gonna keep my eyes kind of trained on where it is, kind of step a little bit closer back to the boat, and just say to whoever's closest, they're watching us.
I will jump off one of the boats and stand next to Cass.
Okay.
Is that message passed to the rest of us?
Yeah.
Because I'm probably following like Boomer roughly. So whoever's around, I'll pass it on. Yeah.
Boomer,
So-
no time.
It's very
Yeah,
quickly then the message is passed amongst the group.
Boomer, no time for subtle. Break them.
Okay.
In
I've already
fact,
got
I'm not
all-
even going to bother with that. As we get to the next one, I'm just taking them all straight to it.
Smashy, smashy.
I'm not
Yeah,
making
So,
a roll.
was it almost like a chain reaction heading off into the distance, or was it like various different points around me?
No,
Does that make sense?
It was, like a
Are we surrounded?
it was a chain going away. You heard
You want me
one
to grab
say.
him?
You heard one say about 200 foot away. Then you heard one about 300 foot away and further, going in the direction of the town.
Do you want me to go and grab him?
Grab him, but alive.
Yep. I sprint.
Destroy.
Okay.
2
Make a,
seconds.
make a perception check versus stealth.
Homing furball missile.
Oh dear.
14.
Oh dear.
You take off, sprinting in the direction Cass pointed you in. And as you're going, you run about the 200, 300 foot. And you stop and try and listen and look for any sign of any person. You don't get any. And
I head straight back then.
yeah,
I'm not hanging around.
fair enough. So with that, you quickly turn tail, and with your feline agility, you're able to get back in. I think all of that probably would have took you
Seconds, I have a,
30
I'm
seconds.
stupidly fast, yeah.
About 30 seconds to get 300 foot there, look around, 300 foot back. And you all see Great Hell just suddenly burst through the forest. No accomplice in tow.
Can't see anyone.
Well, they started moving the second you, the second
Started
you realised
running.
they were rumbled.
Yeah, fair enough.
I think the best
Worth
thing
a
we
try.
Art of negotiation, or do we try and find them?
How many whistles?
Well, if we...
Cass would have reported hearing about 5, and then but that 5th one was very, very faint, and she barely heard it. There could have been more. You don't know.
Right.
They were going at about every 100, 150 foot or so in the southern direction.
In the
I assume
right,
they're just warning whatever camp is
from what
nearby.
but I'd say from what we know, that's heading back towards the south, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're like on the northern beach. Is that heading south as in right back towards the town, or south in or another direction?
Could be either. It's too vague to know.
Okay, from this beach, because I got told.
You're on the northern shore, almost exactly.
Yeah,
so...
I got given a map by the Lord, because the Lord did say he was going to send me one.
Mm-hmm.
So I've got a map from the Lord, and I've also got Layla's map also, because that's no longer very detailed, was it? Or
Oh no, that map
Layla...
is extremely detailed, but she has it.
Layla, do you mind if we just look at that map, just try and keep everything detailed between these two?
Go ahead.
So I spread the two maps out to look and compare. How detailed is this map,
The one from the Lord or the one that Layla had?
Layla?
Extremely. Like, almost perfection.
Can I see if I can make out a camp between here and town? Well, between here and town.
Looking it over, there's no markings for like a campsite or anything. There are clearings marked out on the map.
Okay.
Different
Can
places
I?
in where a camp would be, but there isn't one like there isn't like camp written on it or anything like that.
No, I can imagine that. I just didn't know whether or not there'd be any kind of markings or anything. Can I see all those clearings and, in comparison between the two maps, mark those across?
Yeah, easily enough. Drawing on the one from the Lord, you're just gonna copy them over, sort of thing, or something.
It's like clearing, and then
You
just
want
start.
Layla to do that while you're doing something more important.
If you could assist,
Mm-hmm.
because I'm wanting any location where there might be a camp. I want where that mine is, because
The
they've got a
mine was in the same mountain where Boomer and Layla went.
You can just have my map, though. You don't need to copy it onto yours. You can just have it.
But I'd prefer to just have two, just to make certain.
Okay.
In case we end up getting split up, we have two sets of maps then.
While you
Next
guys
time we're
while you
in a
guys
tavern, we
discuss,
can do it then.
This in character, I'm just going to go and take this plate. I'll be back in 1 second. Just carry on discussing in character, I don't mind. I'll
Yeah.
wait.
Say there's two. I just wanted to have the two maps just to be certain.
When we get back to town, we could find a cartographer that could copy it.
Yes, like I say,
No
the
need.
the main thing is, until we get back to town, is the main thing. Is because if we end up having to follow these guys, then we're going to need to sort this out quickly.
Wait,
And if it
is
ends
that...
up,
Oh, sorry. Is
Yeah?
is that one of the things that Cass can do?
can do what? Learn how to make maps.
Yeah.
Quite skilled at whatever she puts her mind to every so often. It's something that she could do, but I'm guessing it would take a little bit more time than we currently have here.
Mhm.
Because we don't know yet whether or not our friends that way are going to start coming this way.
Yeah, I was going to suggest we can either follow them, but then if we do that, they can set a trap for us.
Mhm.
If they're going to come to us to see what we're doing with their ships, we could set a trap for them.
Well, we didn't set the ships on fire, so that really didn't annoy them. But we did break a few things.
Yeah.
I would say we have.
If they come to us, we have a bit more of an advantage.
We have more of an advantage, and we can probably set in for a trap here. But we
Also,
don't.
we're in the wide open.
We're in the wide
If they
open,
can
but we
follow
have
us.
their
With our
ships.
backs to the
We have, I'd say, backs to the ships, but we have their ships as cover. They'd
Yeah.
have to come and get us. The other option is that we
We could pick up the ballistas back up working.
don't have any ammunition for them.
Oh, right, okay, yeah.
My first,
in theory,
Why don't
in
we-
theory, you could make
I've got
ammunition.
trees around, yeah.
we could. I mean, we do have
Think
trees. We do have trees and a boomer.
I'm gonna say, because while they wouldn't be as effective as iron-tipped javelins, you could just make wooden javelins.
Getting hit by a log still hurts.
Say, I mean, I believe a ballista is 3d10 of damage.
Obviously, taking away the iron tip, it
But-
wouldn't lower the damage by too much.
Yeah, but then again, it's also 3 actions to use.
Boomer,
Yeah.
could you create another, well, distraction, as it were? break or, do what you do best.
I try to fix things, not break them.
Could you break something for me, please?
Oh,
If you wish, yes.
oh, I like that. I try and fix things, not break them. Oh, Boomer.
So I know, Boomer, you're very well-meaning, and I get, but I need you to break something right now.
What are we planning on
Okay.
breaking?
Just do whatever you did to that fisherman's market table.
No, what I'm thinking is, could you do something big and take out one of the masts? Make a lot of noise.
In
Something
the
like
Could you
garden.
do that on one of the small ships, please? This big one, I've got my eyes on.
You've got an eye on a big ship, have you?
Yes.
I will also point out, can you afford to run a ship right now? It's expensive, highly expensive to run a ship.
Oh, I'm aware of that, but as a group, this could be very profitable.
Could be,
But
but
we have no need for a boat.
We don't yet, but we might do in the future. Keep your eye.
And you're
just
going to
keep-
keep up the upkeep on
I'm
that
not-
boat.
Let's just
I'm
keep
not
our
particularly keen.
eyes open and our minds open to many different possibilities.
Can we set them on fire?
But yeah, they're just...
I like the fire.
Although we don't know who they are,
so,
and that's
So-
going to make them aggressive.
What
So
I'm
we-
thinking is... You're quite fast and quite agile, right, Grey?
Yeah.
If you go into the tree line and hide in a tree, I'm not calling you a cat, but just bear with me. Whilst Boomer creates creates a large distraction, hopefully drawing them out, and we capture the closest one, and we get him to lead us to the rest of them. Otherwise, we are at a disadvantage.
First of all, you thinking that I'm able to climb a tree would not be racism.
Thank you.
However,
climb buildings.
however, worried that I would take that in you calling me a cat. That is.
I've seen you punch people for less.
So
True. They normally have to say the actual word.
She's trying to do it diplomatically.
Yes.
You've got.
I mean, I've
applaud the
never
effort, if anything.
encountered a taxi in a very, very long time. I can't remember the social standings.
Well, yeah. Other than that, it's a decent plan. I can go hide in a
Oh.
tree.
Evan,
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
very good at tactical means. Where would you put us?
once I have a bit more of a line, those who are more accurate, I would those of us who are ranged and more accurate, I would say probably picking one of the ships and hiding from there and firing from that would probably be the best. If we could even move a few of these ballista so they are pointing into the tree line, an intimidation factor, as it were. Nobody has to see whether or not they're strung or not, but if they look like they're loaded, we can make it look like we're a bigger threat.
Oh, good. Then you've got any illusions.
Sorry,
So you-
Vera?
You could set an illusion on one of the ballistas to fire face shot.
It could be that. My other option is if we end up knocking down one of these. If we end up knocking down one of these masts, maybe, and then. How, Danny?
Yeah.
Looking at the wood that's near, like the forest wood. What is it nearby? And how far away from the ships is it?
The tree line from the ships is probably 40 to 50 foot, maybe. In terms of the actual wood on the trees, it's decent stuff. You don't know.
Is it sparse? Is it quite thick?
It's fairly sparse for about 30 foot and then gets denser very quickly. It's probably, trees are no more than 3 or 4 foot apart from each other, maybe.
Okay. Oh, right. I would like to make an intelligence check, Danny.
Mm-hmm. What are you trying to discern?
I'm trying to discern if we if we took down some of those trees, if we took down a few of those trees and moved them, like put them in a pile in front of the ships,
Yes.
and then set them ablaze to make it look like there's a big smoke pile of, like, oh, the ships are on fire.
Yeah.
How likely is that fire to spread into the forest and back towards the ships?
So long as the appropriate precautions are made, i.e. circling it with stones and stuff, you can fairly confidently prevent the fire spreading if you wish, or encourage it, depending on your choice.
We'd prefer it to not do that. How long would it take? My last thing is, how long would it take for those procedures to happen?
Survival check. Because this is you kind of gauging the surface area, the materials to burn and stuff.
Fucking on me chicken again.
You could probably do it in about 20 or so minutes, but if you want to be meticulous and ensure that there is almost no risk, it'd probably be double that, maybe. To really be super careful. Or you could hodgepodge it together and it'd probably work with 20.
Do we want to create a bonfire to make it look like we're burning their ships?
The only problem is that they are nearby watching us. If we are going to do anything, we have to do it quick.
Yeah, it'll take us about 20 minutes, half an hour or so to get anything like that set up. So I would say not. My preferred thing is we've sabotaged their ships. We can either stay here and let a significant force come at us, or we can try and get the jump on them.
Kind of listen out, Danny. Can I hear any other bird calls? I've recognised the bird call that they're using at this point.
After the initial one, you haven't heard any. In the entire time. Like, after the 5, you think, going away from the area, after that you haven't heard a single one.
Cool. I would like to cast Enhance Ability on myself.
Mm-hmm. And what are you enhancing?
I am going for... Which one is it? Just give me a second, I'm trying to... Owl's Wisdom.
I'm going to say, you don't need the name, just tell me what stat, if anything. So,
Wisdom.
That's no problem then. Okay, so, yep, for the next hour, you're able to have advantage on your wisdom stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
If we want to move now, I can try and see if I can pinpoint it.
I think it's best if we go and try and hunt them, or try and keep an eye out for them.
Great.
If we go and try and aim for where some of these.
It was like a reaction. So the first one went, then the second one did.
Oh yeah, they're
and
definitely.
I know the general direction that they came from.
Yeah.
Which is
So
south.
let's maybe. Yeah, we'll not treat that as a straight line and follow straight down that, because that's probably the worst thing we could do.
If we went a few 100 feet to the left of where I think it might be, then hopefully by the time we get close to the clearing, I should be able to pick something up.
I think that's probably for the best.
But we sneak.
Is that good for everyone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we still doing distraction?
No.
No.
We're good.
Right.
No boom.
No booms.
Next time, being
No boom for Puma.
No boom.
Well, you'll get to use the. I have no doubt you'll probably get to use the cannon at some point. So.
Yeah.
Oh, big boom.
I do want to ask, just quickly, are we attempting to do diplomacy here?
We'll see what their interactions are first. If they intend,
This is it.
they're here trying
No,
to be subtle about something.
Well, this is the thing. It was close towards the town.
It was heading in the direction of the town, but that's about 3 hours away.
Exactly.
Okay, Danny.
Yeah.
Right. Size of these ships, rough estimate, Right, I think we got told it was something about 60
50 to
About-
60 as a bare minimum.
as a bare
That's-
minimum to run these ships.
Yeah.
How many am I estimating is an actual?
What, as
Like-
in
Like decent amount.
like a decent amount,
Look-
middle of the park, you're probably looking at near 100.
Near 100.
That's for
that's
that's not
huge.
extravagant. No, that's across all of the ships. That's for a comfortable sailing experience. About 100 people.
Yeah, but that's 100 people just the sailors, right?
Yeah.
Okay. If
That's-
this was being used to transport troops,
Yeah,
Oh.
if it was being used to transport troops, you could easily fit on just the smaller ships alone with the third, like say if it's 30 split sailors, you could probably fit
I got an
another
idea.
40 troops on it. Per-
Right. It's been weeks since we found out about these ships arriving, right?
About, I think, given the time between knowing traveling, it's been near a month.
yep.
100 people feeding themselves for a month, they would have run out of rations by this point. Even if they'd filled these ships, they would have run out of rations.
No, they're definitely hunting off the land if they're doing that.
Exactly. Can we find traps?
We probably
If we
will.
can find the
but-
traps, we can probably follow them a bit like a breadcrumb trail.
I'll
But they
point
will
out
be-
that I saw some, but they've been deliberately covered up.
No, not traps, traps, like
Oh,
snares.
traps.
Yeah.
As in-
to
as in
feed,
hunting.
like hunting
Regular.
animals. Yeah. No.
Sorry.
They will
it's fine.
they will be further in towards the camp because they will not want to be coming
Yeah.
up all this way. So if we go, like I said, if we go that way, following the path of the whistles, and we just go and see what's going on.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we need to, I would say, trying to go for stealth option.
Yeah.
So
If we're going for a stealth
all of
option,
you
then
going?
yeah, if it's a stealth option, I will need to remove the armor.
Mhm.
I think Liam's trying to say something.
I
On the
can
same
help with
level.
sneakiness.
You can help with sneakiness.
Oh, come on, Druid.
I think
That's
I
a
can.
valid
Wait, where's
trace.
it gone?
By any
You
chance?
should
that.
have it.
Pass without a trace.
Thought I had it. Wait, is it Oak who has it?
It might
I
be.
think it's
Oak.
Oak. It's
Oh.
Oak 3.
Oak
No,
has it, but you
druids
can pick
can
it for
have it.
yeah, any druid can have it. You can pick it for a day.
I think he hasn't got it prepared. That's what he's saying.
Do you know that you can prepare spells?
Yeah,
That you don't have to choose them. Yeah, okay. Just checking.
you know it.
Okay.
Oh,
So what he's saying is he's forgot to choose it for today. That's fine.
yeah.
So I will need to take the armor off if I'm doing this,
Okay.
or we have me clanking down the pathway.
I'm going with the same problem then.
Or just not go.
Well, we could do this the diplomacy route and just be loud.
Actually, I think there's a bit of a way we can do this. Who's our most stealthy people?
+7 stealth.
Me.
Persephone and
Grey.
Grey.
I can become a different creature though.
We could do with
I'm
you.
not
Oh.
terrible, but I'm not great either.
I
And you're
think
not in
it's
heavy
best.
armor as well, so
I think it's best if most of us go back down the main path, heading down in that general direction. If
But we're going to split ourselves whilst heading into potentially an enemy
Yes.
encampment.
but we have two people, well, we have our best two people who are stealthy on the outside to be able to assist if needs be. We're going open and we're going prepared, knowing that they're after us. They know them. We know and they know. So if we just approach openly, it's a lot better. We have two people on the
Mhm.
outside ready to assist if needs be.
From, like, vantage spots.
Yeah, from vantage spots. More than
Mhm.
likely, a few silent takedowns from these ones, as well as if we show a decent force traveling down. It's going to look, if everybody else was in leathers and able to sneak, and I was still the only one in heavy armor, it would look very strange to see one heavily armed person walking down the road back towards them, rather than
I'm just gonna move
a group.
just for the sake of, because obviously you're not in just the town.
Let's do it then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if most of us head back down towards the town, heading towards each clearing as we go if we're paying attention, and then we can.
Looking at the map, can I see clearings big enough for 100 people in the general direction that I heard the whistling come from?
There's one or two not far off the main road that could possibly hold 100 people.
Not far off the main road that we travelled down?
Yep.
Did we not hear anything? It's 100 people, they can't all be silent.
You didn't hear anything on the way? Okay, Adam.
We'll just keep the best we can and just see what we can do.
Mhm.
Just, we are going to be keeping an eye out the entire time going down.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That's
So-
if you two are okay following us from a distance.
Yeah, I don't mind.
Well, can those keeping an eye out make the equivalent perception checks, please?
So
I mean, I'm
that-
still keeping an eye out,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
just on the path.
Wait, so who's the stealth crew?
The stealth crew are Grey and
Oh yeah,
Persephone.
okay.
So, and everybody
Can
else
I
is on.
give someone advantage because I'm really bad at perception?
Not really, because you're all looking independently.
Okay.
Nice. Nice one, Liam. Damn, son.
I
And-
see
and-
the air.
And can I
Oh.
have the stealth checks from Grey and Persephone also, as you two are stealthing?
Oh, fuck.
Damn. It's-
all gone wrong.
I hate this game.
It averages at a 16
Not for
between
me.
the two of you.
I mean, the stealthing, after about 3 minutes, if we can hear Greytail, we'll just stop and be like,
No.
we can hear you.
What it is, I probably put my foot in a puddle.
Oh,
I went,
no.
oh,
Oh no, you can hear the grumbling and the growling to himself as like some of the wet earth, and it's like, and he's pissed off. He wants to be on the path because it's drier. And at one point as well, about halfway in the stealth, and he kicks a tree root by accident, and you almost hear that, "Ah, you fucker!" And he's like, "Oh shit!" Then he covers his mouth.
Smooth.
And there's me rolling my eyes at the noise he's making.
But you will make your way down the path. Instead of the 3-hour journey back to town, I will say, given the stealth, you have to move half the speed. It'll take 6, unless you abandon that at some point. People keeping an ear and an eye out. You don't see or hear any signs of an encampment with a lot of people in. There are no signs of anything like that. As you get close to town, you can see there's a small group of miners that are hauling a couple carts that are coming back with a day's worth of gains. You eventually make your way back into town with nothing. You don't find a location or anything like that. You're greeted with the guards at the outpost, which I will now move you back. Probably should have changed to the world map a while ago. A couple of guards greet you on the outposts on the northern side and just go, "Stop your business."
Turning from travels northwards for the day.
Oh, so you were the ones inspecting the ships? Right.
Yep.
Carry on.
Anybody that when we come into town that doesn't look like a fisherman, but does have like looks callous, like sun,
That's it.
you know, street, like they've been on a boat, but doesn't look like a fisherman.
Can I have a perception check?
Oh,
And I know
my-
what you mean.
just-
You're looking for that sun-bleached skin, but doesn't look like a
I'm looking
fisherman.
for-
No, yeah, I get exactly what you're
Yeah.
looking for.
Come on. Here we go. Here's the roles that I've been looking for.
You don't see any look like people that have lived on the ocean that aren't necessarily fishermen, but looking around, you see a few sets of cautious and curious eyes upon you, of all different walks of life people. Some peasantry, some fishermen. The one guard that spoke to you is weirdly keeping a very careful eye on you. all in all, like as you walk through the town, you notice 2 or 3 dozen people at various points keeping eyes on you.
Do they not look from Briar? Like, we've been here for a while now, and I know there's like a very distinct kind of feeling to people in this area. Do they look from somewhere else?
The people,
Like-
the people looking at you, or you?
Yeah.
No, they
Yeah.
look.
No, I know I don't look like someone from
Oh,
here, but
yeah.
I mean,
No,
these
they-
people that are looking at me.
They seem to fit in perfectly. They look like they've lived here their whole lives.
Oh. Is anyone carrying a staff around, Danny?
A staff.
That's near me.
Um,
They're not us.
there's an old woman with a walking stick that's looking at you a bit funky.
I thought you said perception check, sorry.
No, no.
Still a good roll though.
There's an old woman giving you stink eye, and she's got a walking stick.
Mm-hmm.
And you see her you give you that look of, ugh, kids, and you see her go into her homestead and, like, slam the door behind.
Yeah. Evan, did you say that you spoke to the guard? The Lord?
Spoke to the Lord, yes.
Did he mention, a sudden amount of increase in his city in the population?
He didn't mention anything like
It would be something that you'd notice, right?
it'd be something. He said he hadn't seen. And I need to remember, Danny. I think you remember saying the last set of people that meant to have come into the town is meant to have been us, right?
Well, the party that you've replaced,
Yeah.
essentially, yeah. He hadn't
And that's the
reported
last-
any, like, sudden appearances of people for a while.
Yeah.
This area at the bottom here, that is crops, isn't it?
Yes.
It's not a mass
You've got the farm.
Yeah, I wondered that. I was like, have they come in and killed everybody and taken over the town? Because,
Well,
I mean...
you
there are a
haven't
lot
you
of
haven't
people.
been to the farm, but this is the farmhouse. That's the barn, and then you've got 2 large fields. You haven't been there.
I'm gonna go down... I've got...
Actually,
I'm
you did
having a
go
moment.
down there. You did go
I
down
have
there.
gone past it.
You
How
went
many
down there with the
houses does
river.
it look like? When we've been walking around the town, because we have done a bit of walking around,
Yeah.
how many homes would you say,
Quite a fair
roughly?
few. Ballpark,
I mean, is it like 30, 40?
I think,
200-300 maybe.
300?
200 or 300.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're thinking this is a fleet that's turned up and made a settlement because they were making buildings out of ships.
That was in Dunvast.
Oh,
That's not this town.
I'm not. Oh,
You're
sorry.
thinking of the last town.
Unless
Sorry,
that
come on.
encampment moved, so the people from the ships moved south, it's rather strange that not a single person has seen anything, and we have got so many eyes on us right now. I'm just getting a feeling.
I'm guessing the 2 stealth people have rejoined us.
Yeah.
When we got into town.
As you got into town, yeah.
Stephanie.
Yes.
As we're kind of heading back. Right. Those locations where you said you found those hidden spots.
Yeah.
Where's the nearest one to where we're staying?
So we're staying in
Zunmeyer's.
this pub, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just right behind it.
There's one right behind it, yeah.
Okay.
So where are we now? Are we on the outskirts or are we at the pub?
I'm saying.
We're on- I'm guessing we're on the way
I'm
back
assuming
through.
you're about.
We're like here or something.
Yeah, that's where I was thinking. You've not long gone past Ulmar's.
Yeah.
And
I'm
like
saying-
the old granny lives in this house that gave you stink eye. There you go.
So as we're here, I'll say the nearest one to us at the moment is either going to be that one or that one. But where we're staying is just directly behind.
I say we
Oh,
go.
God.
Possibly. I'm going to say we go and check in with our 2 companions to see if they're still, to make sure everything's okay. Then we walk through the back of Casimir's, and we go and properly investigate that entrance.
Cool.
One way.
I mean, the only places I could think where you could shove about 100 people is either in the mines.
Well, the mines is
Yeah,
another
but how
option.
far do those mines reach?
Quite a way.
Are they coming underneath the town?
That's what I'm thinking.
We'll find out if these are meant to be, according to the law, these are meant to be smugglers' dens that reach all over the city. They're meant to get collapsed in every so often, so
It's not going to take much an effort to dig out a collapsed tunnel
no.
and point it up.
Danny, can I remember the Lord? Is that on the documentation that we received from the Skjars?
Yes.
Can I remember any description or name or anything like that of the Lord himself?
The Lord here.
Yes.
You were never briefed on it because you guys didn't accept this job from them direct. It was kind of afterwards. You never received the documentation.
We did get
We
all
saw
three
the
documents for
documentation.
view to read over.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were aware. You were given a name, and you were never told like what he was or what he looks like, but you knew his name, and obviously, Evan has visited him, and you saw it to be a fairly plump Triton.
Plump Triton that talks like a frog.
Yeah, pretty much.
No. Sorry, it was just a theory.
Great.
I say we check in, we see what's going on, and then we go and have a proper investigation and see if we can't find some way to get it open. Even if it's we just jam something in and lift it.
Were the majority of the guards also looking at us at the same time?
Some of them, not all of them.
No.
Like I said, there's a number of people looking at you, but it's not everyone, and it's not nobody. There's a few. Like,
But it's different from what it was earlier. We didn't notice this when we were first in town or the day after when we were actually investigating and pulling down shops, but now eyes are on us.
Mm-hmm. And like I said, like you'll see a group of like 3 or 4 people, and you'll see one of them in the group. He's looking at you at the corner of his eye while maintaining conversation and stuff. Like in guards patrolling, you'll maybe see 1 or 2 of the like little squad are looking at you. It's not everyone.
The odd one out the groups.
Yeah, a couple of individuals are doing it as well.
I suggest maybe talking about this in our rooms. So yeah, head back to the.
Because of Myers. Are you all going in one room, I assume?
Yeah.
We go to see if Varg and Cravella are around as well.
Yeah.
They are. Varg and Cravella are both around at the minute. Varg's in a meditative position at the minute, and you can kind of see that the dog is sat in front of him and he's not responding at the moment. Cravella goes, he's been like that for an hour now. We do keep an eye out, but no wrong.
We believe we're being watched.
Oh. Why the fuck did you come to us then?
They already know that we're part of this group.
Fair.
We
So
were actually
anything
making sure that
useful?
we were making sure that you were here. Making sure that they hadn't, if it is the case, our suspicions are true, we hadn't grabbed you whilst we weren't looking.
Well, if they did, trust me, there'd be a path of destruction in the way. But either way, did you find anything useful? And she's not keeping you at the door. She will let you in.
That's the thing is
It's as you guys are coming in. She's discussing.
I'm about to say I didn't give this explanation till we were in the room.
Fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
We believe we're being watched. We managed to find the ships. We were able to disable the ships, but they were stripped clean anyway, but they're disabled. They're not going to be going anywhere quick.
Yeah. And about 5 minutes into your discussion, there's a knock at the door. Excuse me? Is anyone there?
Everybody kind of
I'll pull my dagger out.
You
and
all
knock
look
on
at
the
the door.
You all go quiet.
Oh. Carl, would you just answer for a moment?
Who?
Cravala.
Okay. So Cravala goes and opens the door like a crack.
Opens the door, and I'm kind of wanting her to do it
In a,
it's like,
she's doing it like opening a crack.
yeah, opening a crack.
And
Everyone's kind of
You hear the conversation.
stepping
like,
out of the line of sight.
Yeah. Oh, it's all right. We saw some of your friends come back and wanted to see, did they need food or anything? They haven't ordered anything. We can bring it up to the room if need be. And she kind of looks at you, Evan, like. Huh?
Everyone steps a fucking side. Like
Behind the door.
everyone's like,
Yeah, we're behind the door.
if that door got booted in with like 10 soldiers coming through, we're all there ready on the other side, weapons ready to go.
Well, Cravala just kind
Yeah.
of looks back and goes,
Oh, Deary's
we're good at the minute.
Oh,
We'll
Deary's
come down when we
downstairs.
want food. Oh, all right. Well, please do let them know. We'll sort anything they need. Obviously, we don't have table space downstairs, but if not, they're free to go to one of the others.
Donny,
Yeah?
am I getting like a sense, kind of standing behind, like this person's nervous, or just seems
Insight
odd in
check.
any way?
Didn't this
This place
wasn't
did,
doesn't do food?
I was
Yeah.
going
No.
to say that.
I realise that.
No, they do.
23.
they did. I'd say they did do breakfast, but they don't do main meals. We got told.
No, they sent us out.
Other than breakfast, no meals.
You
Go
specified
elsewhere.
that we had to go somewhere else.
Yeah.
It's
You-
lockdown. It's fair food.
Danny forgot that. He forgot it.
No. You notice inconsistencies in what she's saying / offering. And it could be a mistake, but there's just some things like, no, you'd think somebody who works here as often as she does. You'd know.
Drag her in and slice her throat.
And like the woman carries on and goes, all right, we'll be downstairs if you need us. Have a good rest.
Mm.
And Cravala just goes, yeah, all right. And shuts the door. And you just hear the light pitter-patters of the foot walking away.
Does it sound like
Neighbourhood Watch Alliance? I'm about ready to rage quit.
I'm getting a very greater good kind of feeling going on?
We'll have to see.
I mean, come on. So, all the bolt holes that were in this town have been covered up.
No.
100+ people have been on this island, and nobody's noticed anything.
Yeah. No, that's the entire thing. Because that's what the Lord said. 100. Well,
For a month.
a month. A load of people have showed up and apparently have been hidden from everyone for a month. The mines have not been attacked. Apparently, nothing else. So either these people have decided to start a settlement somewhere in the middle of nowhere, or they've come
But they
here.
would have realised. There would have been some kind of. You can't have that many people. Even if it was 40 people, you can't have that many people on an island for a month without some kind of evidence.
No, and
I'm
that's
going
what
to
we.
pop a detect magic as a ritual.
Okay.
Well,
I'm
you
just getting back
start
to that.
doing that. I need to step away for a moment, so
No worries.
I'll be back in a sec.
So you go through the process of casting Detect Magic. You notice obviously the party.
Yeah.
On the third and final floor of this building, where like the rooms like the posher rooms, there is some minor conjuration and abjuration that resonates, but it's not terribly strong, and there's a couple of them. It's not a lot.
Was Boomer there? No, he wasn't. Boomer wasn't there for the other one, was he?
I don't believe so, no.
No. I'm just
Why
going
did
to try
we-
and do a connection with Colin.
The last group of adventurers. No, that wasn't here, was it?
That was in Dunvast. They died.
Dunvast.
Okay.
But they didn't die. The running theory is at the moment that one died and the others got away
I was
because
gonna
there was
say-
only
Yeah.
one kind of human dust that was everywhere.
Oh yeah, I remember.
People
I tasted
powder.
that.
Yeah, because you tasted it. Before you knew, but yeah. Okay, 100 people come into a town.
Yeah.
Sounds like the start of a bad joke.
It really does.
Well, if they were heavily armoured, it wouldn't have taken much to subdue any power here. So they could have just taken it over, put their own leader in,
And
people
just
are...
for pointing out as well, you guys left pretty much early morning.
Yeah.
With the time it took to get out there and the 6 hours back, because obviously you were a lot slower, it's probably early evening at this point, probably like 6-7 o'clock.
I'd say it's been about 9 hours that we were just travelling.
It's been a while. I just wanted to point that out.
And we've been back into this town in the evening before, right?
No, this is the second night we're here. This is the second day we're here.
The first night you pretty much stayed in your rooms on the evening.
Well, we
But
went to the
perception-
tavern.
Yeah, we were greeted with a different sort of attitude yesterday than what's just happened, right?
They were
Not only
suspicious of us
that.
when we got into the town.
Yesterday,
but they were
nobody
just more...
gave
They
a
were
shit.
suspicious of us.
Yeah.
In the morning yesterday, when we were investigating, that guard was extremely suspicious of us when we were walking near to where one of these bolt holes were.
Yeah, the copper dragonborn you're on about.
Yeah, Danny. Any mass graves anywhere, like any upturned earth, when we've been walking around this town?
No. There won't be anything...
Did anyone go see the Jarl, the bloke in
Yes.
charge?
Yeah, I did.
Did you tell him that we were looking for suspicious ships?
Oh, yeah. He was the one who told us where the ships were. Provided
and
us
he
the
didn't-
map.
And he seemed okay with us going and having a look.
He was wondering why the other group didn't show up, but...
Well, this is it. This is where I'm having a bit of a problem with it. He would have known if his population increased by 100 people or 40 people, however many people. If a load of people showed up, he would have known it.
That's only if the people who informed the Lord tell the Lord that that's happened.
If it's been months, they could have just dripped in a couple at a
It's been
time.
a month.
It's been a month, but they could have come in every time. I suggest at the moment...
They just paid him off.
I suggest
Gave him
at
a
the moment, yes. Well, at the moment, I suggest we go and check that bolt hole outside and see what that is.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, they tried to arrest us last time.
Yeah, well, that's why we make sure we get the bolt hole
they
open
didn't.
quickly.
They basically did.
They told you to fuck off
Did we?
loitering.
Yeah. So this time, we do that, and we tell the guards, oh look, we found one of those bolt holes that you guys look for. If he's like, oh shit,
Just
I better go and
remember,
get some friends to
Michael,
break it.
Evan gave the locations of all 5 bolt holes.
No,
You did.
no, I didn't. I said I needed to go and get my map to do that.
And also,
and
Persephone
Layla had already pissed off with
Oh.
said map.
Because I know you told him that they were there.
Also-
I told him of them, but I said I
Okay,
didn't know
okay,
them. I
okay,
needed
okay.
to get the map.
Fair enough.
Can you move a lot of earth very quickly? You can do that, right? I've seen you do that. Not Oak, Deer. Wrong one.
You've seen
yeah.
Oak do it, but Deer
I
maybe
think
not.
I think that's what he
I
did
think
to.
Done it here as well.
That's what he did for the graves of the assassins.
Yeah, Mulder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Moulder, I can mould it all right. I
Right.
can
Do
make
it
it pure
quick.
water as well.
Yeah. So if we very casually make our way towards the back of the.
Roll stealth.
I'm also listening out for footsteps against wood.
Okay, so you make a stealth and a perception check. Everyone else just stealth.
Mm-hmm. Let's do stealth check first.
Stealth.
Oh, come on.
Oh.
Why don't you roll? Why don't you roll?
Why don't you roll?
I've just realised Dex is my dump stat. Oh,
Neck.
not bad, not bad. Perception now.
There. Here comes the sneak.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
You're having a good day today.
Right.
I think I might have another project from me, himself, and Evan.
Mm-hmm.
Stealth.
Stealth.
Yeah.
They're all.
Yeah, the boots of elven kind.
You make your way around. There is general people about, and Cass, you keep an ear out. You don't hear abnormal presence of people. You all eventually make the way to where Persephone, you know the bolt hole is, and it's still there.
I'm also going to do another ritual for detect magic because I want to see if there's any magic around
We
these
ain't got-
holes.
Yeah, but we're not waiting. We've got to move fast.
Yeah, because I'm going to cast it while we're moving.
No, you'd have to sit down when we get there, but we're going to be moving fast, meaning it might be interrupted.
Yeah,
Because you have spells.
you can cast it,
Yeah.
but
I'll
to
do a spell.
ritual cast it would be awkward.
Fair enough. I'll do it as a spell then,
Okay.
when we get near.
No magic. Not coming from this hole.
Trying.
The door. But yeah, you Persephone leads you, and you can all see where like it's like a square has been cut into the earth.
Okay. So it's actually into like, is it cut into stone?
The top bit is just dense earth and like hard earth.
Okay.
It's been cut like you know how when you lay a turf roll down, it's kind of like that where it can be dealt with.
Okay. I reach into the seam of that dirt. Actually, no. I take my glaive, push down to the seam of that dirt,
Yeah.
and just start moving it away. Do I hit stone at any point?
Make a strength check. After about half a foot, yeah, you do hit stone.
Okay, so I'm just going to above the stone, just cleave the dirt and
Yeah.
just.
I need a strength check, please. Or
So-
athletics.
Can we just
I
move
think
it on?
athletics. Do athletics.
Please. Do I have advantage because I'm using my thing as a lever?
Yeah, it makes sense. It's like using a crowbar or something, isn't it?
It wouldn't help, but
You're able to move the earth, like the bit of dirt,
yeah.
which is like a half a foot depth, but the stone slab is.
I wasn't.
just
Yeah,
a
I
little
wasn't trying to get the stone. I was just trying to get the dirt.
Mm-hmm.
Now that I've seen it, would I have seen any? Would have only seen them in the town I come from.
Say that again.
Now that I've seen one of these bolt holes, would I recognise it in any way?
Yeah, I would say you're able
Where
to
have you
spot
come
it if need be.
No, I think you mean.
No, have I
because you
seen them
remember it from
somewhere
home.
before?
Yeah.
Not in here, no, because they are very distinct, but very well hidden. If you saw another one, you'd be able to go. That's it.
Right, so there's none of these where I come from.
No.
No. Okay.
Can we see
Can
if
we do
there's
that
any way?
again?
Sorry, what?
Moving the earth. Do you want to try and move some more of the earth?
It's the stone
Well,
now that's the issue.
Which is stone. Is there any kind of handle or anything on the stone?
No, but putting the glaive down the side of the stone, you can see it hits a lip at some point, so it acts essentially like a plug.
Okay.
On something.
Can you do anything with the stone with your abilities, dear?
Anything to the stone?
You can make shapes in the stone. You could make
just
a
lift it
stone.
up and slide it
You
up.
could make a stone handle if needs be.
Yep.
Can you do that?
Yes, I can cause shapes and colours or both to appear in stone.
Okay.
So can you make a couple of handles and then?
It's easy enough. Yeah, you could make two
Yeah.
long bars where like multiple people could grab on.
Yeah. Can we then lift it up and see what's going on?
Yeah, and with the entire party, I'm going to forego the check because the combined strength of everyone, it's a strenuous task. It's a couple £100 at least. It's dense, thick stone, but you're able to, tush, and you can see that underneath a wooden ladder goes down probably 40 feet into the earth, and then you can see tunnel ways underneath.
Into the
It's like-
darkness?
Into the dark we go.
The tunnel
Lighter.
works is very much single file. It's cramped.
Cool.
I might have something to help with the darkness.
I have something to help if needs be, but Persephone, you don't need to light to see down there, do you?
I don't think Greytail does either.
No.
Everyone else
And do you want to
does.
head down first and get a suitable distance away so that our light won't be seen by others when you're coming?
Certainly. So how big's the space, Danny?
The tunnelways are like 3 foot in width. You have to kind of semi-tuck your shoulders in or walk sideways. They are cramped. They are tiny. Think
Height?
think like proper like crawl space. Like
Oh, so you're on your hands and knees down here, as such.
you can get away with standing, but it's extremely cramped. It's not pleasant at all, and it's difficult terrain. So you have half movement because
Is
Right,
it
so
like
if-
under the house in Resi 7?
yes,
When you're kind of going
yes,
along those
yes,
bits?
yes.
Yeah.
Right,
Okay.
so before anything else, I want to look for traps. Anything that could hurt me.
Might say before anything else, I'd like to look for tracks, not traps as well. See if there's any
Oh,
footprints.
guidance!
Wait, so bear in mind,
I know they're going down first. What I'm saying is,
I was gonna
do
say,
check if there are if there's any.
I was going to say, because this is a single file ladder that goes down into a single
yeah.
file passageway. No one, whoever's at the front is at the front. So,
know.
can I
why
get
I'm-
people's tokens? Just sorry, really quick.
Well,
moment.
before that, I want to look for any visual traps
Can I get
first,
people's
and then
tokens lined up here in the order you're in, and then yes, I will allow you to look.
all right then.
Is this signified on my map in any way?
Nope.
Okay.
Right, you're at
Everything
the
you've
front.
got on your map is all above ground.
Yeah.
So whoever's on the left is at the front. Whoever's on the right is at the back. Do it like that.
I don't want to be at the back
It's fine.
What else to do?
or the front.
Boomer, why are you at the front?
Oh, at the front. Sorry.
No,
Yeah, you're at the front.
no, left is the front.
Yeah, where I was the front.
I wasn't
So
about.
that's the
Right.
front.
I just
Yeah,
want to go in the
I'm
middle.
the front end.
Ah, can I?
So that's the front.
Yes.
There
I'm
we
guessing
go.
you-
Yeah, you'll be in front of me.
What
Bear in mind, it's
what I'll
single
do
file.
is that.
There we go.
Yeah.
I
Um,
presume the stealthy people are going to be ahead of us then.
Yeah, I was thinking Persephone was at the front.
I was thinking.
Okay.
Oh, does that mean I can?
And then do you want to switch with me, Evan?
I'd rather be the well. Am I going to be me being in the middle is not the best. I'm probably best support for the center really. Which
Yeah.
way? Okay. There's a few little
Before-
things I need to know about being in there first.
Uh huh.
Before you
Okay.
do that,
Yeah.
I'm going to do a magical tinkering on your glaive and make it a 5 foot radius light.
Okay. So I have a little
Oh.
bit of light.
Yeah, got a little torch.
Okay. My question, Danny.
Mm-hmm.
These tunnels, which way do they go?
In multiple directions. There is one tunnelway once you get down to the bottom in, and then it connects to a small passageway that goes in 3 directions.
Okay. So basically, the ladder that we go down goes one. Like the tunnel at the bottom there only goes one direction.
And then
It's
it
not
connects
like
up to a bigger system. Yeah.
okay. Do any of these look like they're heading in the general direction of out of town?
Without going through them, you don't know.
Okay.
It's far too cramped, and it's easy to get
Yeah.
turned in here, so you don't know quite which way you're facing.
No, that's fine.
But being at the front, Persephone, you're looking for traps.
Traps, then tracks.
Okay, so can I have a
Because
perception?
before I go down there, I want to make sure I'm safe.
Yeah.
Basically.
This is. So she's not even off the ladder yet. That's the
Yeah.
main thing.
Hmm.
Right. The rest of us up
Oh,
top.
that's pants.
I say the rest of us up top are keeping an eye out for people watching us.
Yeah, I'm
This
keeping an eye out.
looks completely
Hmm.
safe at the moment.
I like the way you said that, Danny. At the moment.
Um,
Tracks. Is that another perception or survival?
Yes. But survival would be more the thing you need to look for tracks.
I'm doing a perception for.
Well, for
Our
God's
outside.
sake.
22 up top.
Yeah.
I think Evan needs an eye test.
Specsavers. But no,
Yeah, boy.
you don't.
What kind of
You should
cheese
start
is
with
that?
other things.
It's smooth stone underneath, and well, it's not smooth. It's rough cut stone. It's very hard to discern any tracks at all. Evan, above ground, you seem perfectly clear. Cass, you notice as you're at the back of Kazunmeyer's, there's not much in the way of foot traffic. The market is closed. However, looking at the hotel, you notice that there is one individual on the first floor looking out of his room window at the group. And it's kind of like the fuck are you guys doing? Like he's like like a nosy Karen when they see someone up to no good.
Oh, bloody hell.
How far away from me is he?
In direct line of sight, maybe 40 foot.
Okay. I don't know whether to do this or not.
And when he sees that you've seen him, he like shuts the curtains like really quick, and you see the curtains just swaffed.
Cool. What? Oh, he's not close enough. Damn it! Never mind. I suggest we move fast. Like now.
I'll say again then, are we going down or what?
Might as well go and have a look.
Alright then, so I'll climb down slowly. And I'll stress the word slowly.
Boomer, keep an eye on our backs.
Boom.
Don't forget that
That
people will come
doesn't
behind
give me
you.
confidence with you going boom all the time. Just want to put that out.
I don't know, I kind of like his new catchphrase.
Funny
It's
mango.
not new.
Like
it's
a Pokemon.
Boom boom.
All he can say is
Boomer.
no.
I do boom and more.
So,
It's like I am Groot, but just boom.
Persephone, you're at the front. You're leading the party. You
Sadly, yeah.
go down to the bottom and you start making your way, shimmying at half speed because of difficult terrain through this tight cavern. You get to a T-junction. It goes left and it goes right. What way are you taking?
Okay, so the T-junction, how much bigger? Can you stand side by side, or is it still single file?
It,
Wait,
I will tell you
Danny?
when it changes. Yes, right.
At the point that we came down,
Yes.
can I tell, because I'm quite clever, which I know you said that we might get turned around down here, but can I tell whether we headed to the right or to the left based on where our feet landed?
Well, at least the initial part, you're heading in the rough direction of Kazunmeyer's, so that would be west-ish.
Should
So we
someone
went
be
to-
staying on up at the top? Just in case.
What, and splitting them?
Oh, another thing, Danny.
No.
How far have we travelled so far? Can we work that out?
Seems you've gone about 40 feet towards this T-junction.
40 feet.
And
And
you've got a
Right,
left-
as
if
we
we head
travel,
right,
Is anyone drawing a map?
as we
yeah, I'm
travel,
drawing a map. So we've gone.
did it feel like we went down or up?
No, you're flat.
We went like that, and now we're at a T-junction. I suggest we go to the right.
Then we go. You want to go? You want to go out?
As we go, just so it's impossible to not be able to make our way back. Like, I'll drag my rapier along as we go.
Drag your magic rapier on them. Yeah, you drag your magic rapier through the floor so we can sort of.
Follow the necrotic energy back home.
Wasn't so
Anyone
much
got
that. It was
your-
just follow the magical scratch in the stone back. But sure.
Mhm.
Unless you'd rather I didn't.
Nope.
Can drop a wood
It
No.
does
torch.
tell someone exactly where we've been, I guess, is the downside of that.
If we put unlit torches on the floor, I mean, somebody could pick them up, obviously, but
Isn't the whole idea? So I
Are the
just want
walls
to draw on the
straight
wall.
stone, Danny?
Say that again.
Are the walls straight stone?
They're
Or are
jagged.
they like
They're
stone
jagged.
piled?
It's definitely been
Cool.
man-made, but it's by no means smooth.
Boomer,
Yeah.
whenever we go to a turning, depending on which way we go, just knock a little hole into the wall. Just a small one.
hang on.
But-
In my
Like the whole
disguise
of
kit, would there be any form of paint-like makeup?
we're trying to do it where they can't follow us. If we just do a little knot that looks normal but to us means something, hopefully that will be different.
But if we're
Well,
stealth, it's going to be
Yeah, but that's
noisy.
the other. Okay, if we're doing that, I'd also say, why doesn't? Yeah, Greytail make a mark on the ceiling because it's a low ceiling, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty much. You've got like a few inches to the ceiling from the tops of.
they're
your head.
less likely to look up.
Oh wait,
I could do a mark.
wait a second. I think I have painter's supplies.
I can do
What can I
metal.
That'll do.
Yes, just a little bit. Okay, we travel along, we take the right, but we make a mark on the ceiling saying which direction we've come from.
I could do an
It's
actual
not, I've
arrow.
got incense sticks.
That's another
Like,
good point. That's an even better point. We've got a person who can just shape a bit of the stone to say you came this way.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Do that.
Yeah. I'm
Do it.
handy again.
See Cass through all her supplies.
So,
I forget. I keep buying stuff
so
and
you make
forgetting
an
what I have.
indiscriminate mark on the wall to mark where you've been.
Yeah, it's basically a mark. A mark is made on the ceiling saying you came. We came from
Yeah.
this direction.
So Persephone, which way are you taking the party? Left or right?
Well, the consensus is right.
Okay.
So before we move, perception check, please. I want to see what we're walking into.
Okay, make a perception check, please.
Oh, I'm guessing most of us are listening keenly as well.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you all hear the scuffs of stone and rock as it echoes throughout this chamber, and it's quite very, very loud. As you all slowly make your way through, Persephone, you keep an eye out and you don't spot any traps. The passageway goes up and then veers ever so slightly left. It goes on for about 10 or 15 minutes.
I'm sorry, you said goes up, as in inclines or declines?
No, goes up as in it carries on that way.
Oh, it goes on, right.
Carries on towards the north.
And then veers left ever so slightly. And then you find a large pile of loose rock and rubble where it looks like a part of the tunnel has collapsed.
Shake that stone.
Is this a dead end then?
As far as you can see, yeah.
I say.
I'll whisper back. Looks like a collapsed tunnel.
Dear?
How is
Deer
Deer,
could-
how is
Deer
Deer
could
going to
not-
get to the front? He's 5
Deer-
people back, and it's impossible to get people around each other.
Yeah, and his ability to
Also 30 foot away, I'll be okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
it's got a range. That's fine.
is that's loose earth or is that stone?
It's loose earth and stone. Like
Okay,
it's collapsed.
He-
It's been
I
collapsed.
say he could move the loose earth, but he could not move the stone.
I was about to say that.
Yeah, you could move the earth and like a
But
lot
I
of
could
the
cause the
stones.
stone to collapse, maybe. If we can do that. A little bit.
That's a good idea. Try and pack it back up again.
So,
So what are you doing then, Liam?
I'll try to move the loose earth.
Okay.
Does it look like it's an actual dead end?
It looks like a cave in.
Yeah. Specify though, does it look like it is an actual cave-in or illusion?
If Persephone wishes to touch it, do you touch it, Persephone?
I'll get my trident out and just poke.
Tink, tink, tink.
The North Poke the Trident.
The metallic echo reverberates.
It's solid. So let's see if we can't
Can I
shift this
smell
at all.
gunpowder?
Make another perception check, please.
Or any form of like...
The
Does it smell
Lord
like Boom has been here?
the
Oh,
Lord did
crap.
say-
You are far too far back, and it is almost impossible because there's no breeze to
The
get
Lord
away.
did say they try and collapse these tunnels when they find them. So we can see if this has been caused by this is an easy removal, like it's a disguise, or if it's a collapsed part of the tunnel. Dear, could you try and see if you can do anything about this at all?
I mean, I can move the earth. I think that's all I can do really at the moment.
Yeah, well, if you can't move it a little bit, see if you can't do anything. If it's the case that it doesn't shift properly, then it's a collapsed tunnel.
I could do Thunder Wave.
No,
Remember?
you couldn't get to the front to do it, so no.
Oh.
Also, remember our conversation about doing thunder waves in tunnels?
All you'd do is you'd bury us 40 feet beneath the town.
New campaign, Danny.
Actually, speaking of that, you all hear a thunderous rumble and explosion sound.
That was not me.
As Deer says, I could thunderwave it. You just hear.
They've buried us in anyway.
Behind you.
Oh dear.
Would
Oh.
Boomer be able to detect what type of weapon or?
It was an explosion.
Behind us.
Mm-hmm.
Behind us? Yeah, Boomer is also at the back.
Yeah.
Oh! We're not trapped though.
We don't know
We
yet.
We know that there are
No.
4 other tunnels, so that's perfectly fine.
3 other tunnels.
Also, we have a gem that we picked up recently.
Yeah, we can teleport ourselves out, but
Yeah, we're fine.
yeah. So let's go, and if we can't get through, so Dear, could you try and move the fucking earth?
I've said I'm gonna try to do it. I said.
Try and move the plot along.
Yeah, we've been waiting for.
I said I was
Yeah.
going to, and nobody
Yeah.
kind of.
And then people
Yeah,
start
the
talking.
DM hasn't noticed, so I keep pushing you to make the DM notice.
Right. So you cast move Earth. Where are you moving Earth to?
Can I move it to behind us, maybe?
How about you reform the tunnel?
He can't move the stone, he can only do the loose earth.
That's fine. We first, and all we're gonna do is walk underneath once it's clear.
I will say
Yeah.
that you're able to move the Earth, but it will take up a lot of the space on the floor and stuff. It'd make it into a crawl. You'd have to get through. A lot of the stone, as you move the Earth, a lot of the stone crumbles and moves. But the problem is there is so much when you move it.
He can only move 5 foot at a time, that's
yeah,
the thing.
but the problem is there is so much stone as well. It is
Yeah.
impassable. He can move
Yeah.
the Earth, but there's so much stone as well. It's a full collapsed
Yeah,
cave.
it's very quick to notice that this is a fully collapsed thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so we can
the-
stop. Sorry, what?
I was gonna say, would the hole be big enough
Turn
for Boomer
back.
No,
to move
it's
around?
not big enough. The entire thing is a truly collapsed tunnel.
He's
There is
he
no
can't
extra
move the stone.
space.
He can only move the Earth.
Dirt. He can only move dirt.
Right.
And 90% of it is stone.
So
Can
you can't.
anybody here
ex-
create a flame in their hand?
Sorry, what?
Can anybody here create a flame, just in their hand or anything?
We create a flame blade.
No, I
Oh.
mean just like a little,
Light
like
a
a mat
torch.
or a finger. Yeah, light a torch.
Evan's
Okay.
got a. Well, saying
Yeah.
Evan's got a
Why
torch
am
on
I-
his glaive.
Why must
No, I've got-
There
No, no,
they are.
Because if there is any exit from here, from this
I've got
direction,
flame.
the flame will move.
Okay, produce a little bit of flame and see whether or not the flame will move when you use it.
I know what she's on about. She's thinking
Yeah.
of like wind. Yeah.
Yes, that's what we're going for. If we can't go through this tunnel, we'll need to go back. We'll need to go down one of the other ones. So
Okay, it's
Can we
making me want an attack, or I'm
Light
not.
a torch.
you don't
Going
need
to-
to. You don't need to throw it because produce flame. You just hold it in your hand.
I
Yeah.
think the game's trying to make me do it. Just ignore the damage and the roll.
Okay,
It's
that's
just making me
fine.
do it. It won't let me just make the flame. Have to. It's making me go through.
Yeah, it's fine.
I think.
Just out of South
You-
note, what time is it now, roughly? We'll do it at night.
Early evening, yeah. So, dear,
Yeah.
you're stood near the back of the group and you produce a flame, and it doesn't seem to react at the minute.
But I'd say is reverse backwards, come back down the main tunnel, go back to the tunnel where we came from, and then
See whether or not
another,
we, yeah.
and pick
See
another
whether or not we've
direction.
been trapped in, and then if it is the case, then we just go and find another exit.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can't find another exit though out of here, unless it's going to be in the ceiling like one of those ladders, because there is no wind. If there was an exit out of here, like a normal, just a hole anywhere,
There's
that
none
flame
of,
would be
there's
moving.
none of those here.
As you
So we
guys are
need-
carrying on
keep
to
walking
going
around.
after the discussions, you hear another explosion and some of like, the
Jesus.
dust shakes above you as yet
There's
another
got to be down here
explosion.
then.
Can we? Yes. So can we just get to the moving instead of having the conversation?
Yes, please.
We're talking and walking.
We're not, no, because Danny's just taking that as we're staying.
You haven't said you're
So-
going yet.
We move back towards. Move back towards the other tunnel. Are we sealed in?
The tunnel you entered is collapsed. Yeah.
Goody.
Oh.
The only option
Right,
you've got left
so
is
we
when
reverse
you've,
it. So
you've got the left turning at the T
Yeah.
junction.
So we reverse everyone into the tunnel,
So you
and then we
keep
go back in
saying-
the normal marching order.
Yeah, okay, that's
Yeah.
fine. That's fine. You carry on downwards for a good distance, and then the tight cavern opens up into a large circle room, and there is one other tunnel, slightly to the left, but on the opposite side. However, in this space, you see close to 20 or 30 bodies. Unclothed, no equipment on them. All different people.
Bodies.
Mass grave, anyone?
No. Yeah, how long have these bodies been here? Just kind of like
Just
looking at
says-
one quickly.
Medicine check. Oh, it's fucking foul. Like,
Well,
if
we would have smelt that coming down
anyone,
the first tunnel.
anyone going in there will actually need to make a con save to hold their stomach. So, Cass, can you do that? Actually, can everyone make a con save? And I'll get to your medicine check in a moment.
There's one of her big bushy beard.
I've been getting that vibe for about 10 minutes. Nice, great. Oh, good one, Evan.
Boomer and Cass struggle, but manage to hold their stomachs. Layla, you have a tactical chunder in the back of the caravan on Boomer's shoes.
Oh.
which given how, but hang on, but given how barely Boomer's holding on, that topples Boomer's con save. And so at the back of the party, you've got the both of them just fucking barfing.
Oh.
Which it doesn't cause you any issue, but it has penalties
not
doing things in the vicinity of this chamber. Basically, it works like poisoned while you're within nose of sight.
Okay.
Can I?
Line
I
of
now,
cast
now we
the-
know what's going on.
within line of smell.
Yeah, within line of
Can I-
smell. But Cass,
If
you
I,
start looking over. Hang on, but Cass, you start looking over the bodies. These
I mean, I
are
don't-
old. These have been here for a few weeks. Some of them are newer, some of them are older. They haven't all appeared at the same time, but all within a week to 3 weeks, these bodies have decomposed, and like the skin's all pale and sunken back, the eyes are gone, fingernails are black, the bodies are stiff and unmoving.
I was about to ask if any of them look like the people we've seen in the town, but I'm guessing from what you've just said it's impossible to know.
Make a history check. It's not impossible, but it's difficult.
That's it. My theory is they killed anybody who stood up to them. Everybody else is fine.
Either stood up or they're replacing a few people. so
I
we're
reckon
fine.
they're replacing them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it male and
Anyone keep
female,
going?
Denny?
Oh yeah, male, female, old, young, middle. It's everything. Layla, between the... Well, actually, it'd be disadvantage anyway, but even still, you're unable to...
Yeah, I'm
No.
changing my dice colour.
Yeah,
I'm
because you have
going to quickly
disadvantage.
say a prayer, if that's okay,
Okay.
whilst we're in here before we leave.
Yeah.
And
Were we able to find
let's
out?
go.
Bad thing. The medicine check. Were we able to find out what killed them, or just they were dead?
They have all various different wounds. Some were cut, some was like beaten, some have got broken limbs and necks, some look possible suffocation, some look
Multiple
like
MOs, multiple people.
even
Yeah,
poisoned.
but they none of them were just they passed in their sleep.
Oh hell no! These
These
people
are
were
all
killed.
violent deaths.
Hell yeah!
Oh,
Okay.
All various forms of murder.
Mm-hmm.
Cass is going to mutter in Elvish, Coralon, guide their path, and keep going. Let's go. We need to keep moving,
Yeah.
or we're going to get
Yeah.
trapped down here. This is going to become our grave.
Like I said, on the opposite side, slightly to the left, there's another tunnel that goes down. Do you want to go through that one?
Yeah.
Same formation.
Same formation.
I'll do a perception check as well, just as we enter the tunnel, please.
Okay, do that.
I want to see for footfall, please, and traps, of course.
Your path seems clear. You carry on. The path then deviates slightly to the right, and you carry on. You travel for a total of 10 minutes, maybe more. You find yourself in a collapsed tunnel.
Damn.
Hang on. Not like that.
It's stuck.
It's more like that, and then gone.
Can we tell when these collapsed?
Well, you heard 2 explosions.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
but is dust like settling around us?
Oh
here?
no, it's fairly obvious. Like there's a lot of dust, and it's still in the air in this area. It looks relatively fresh.
So we now know that there's no exit.
The only option was that then, wasn't it? But then that's no, there isn't, is it? That was this. That was this. Just because it was a mass grave.
No, there was only one exit out of the mass grave room. We
No, I
came
think
into
he
it.
was
and then
labelling
we
it.
got the opposite
I
way.
think you just labelled it.
There wasn't. This was there. Oh god, I'm drawing right now.
There was only one exit. There was only one exit.
Yeah,
One entrance, one exit. That was it.
Okay.
Down, came through, and then off this way, and then it's.
But as far as you guys are aware, from the
We are
path,
stuck.
there is no way out.
Going back to the mass grave room,
hmm
can we see any hidden exit? Investigating, looking around, looking
Do
for.
like full checks and everything.
Investigation
Yeah,
check,
please.
please.
I am covering my nose with something though whilst I'm in here.
Well,
Yeah, we are all.
It's only Boomer and Layla that can't stomach it. Everyone else has managed to stern their stomachs.
Well, I was going to say I can
Cover your
make
noses.
a smile on myself.
Mm.
Which
Okay.
I
Either
could-
way, we'll just.
Oh,
investigation.
investigation was
Please,
not
yeah.
Yeah,
perception.
advantage on the investigation.
Thank you. Investigation. 15?
You're
Looking
able
for
to-
like
yeah,
holes, police, anything.
You don't find a secret hidden tunnel like somewhere else. You are able to find a hidden compartment, and there's like a stack of scrolls and parchments in there.
Pull them out.
Mm-hmm.
They are. There's like multiple different handwriting styles and different names and stuff used. From what you can gather, these are notes and documents passed between smugglers. For this crate number needs to go to this place. Make sure you deviate through these places. It's kind of basically like shipment notes, but for the underground.
And there's no exit.
Okay,
Not that you can
Danny.
gather. Yeah.
These people have been cut, bloodied, and beaten, and everything,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
Does it look like all of this happened in this room?
No. No.
Okay.
No, there is no signs of struggle in this room.
Okay.
These look like
Where-
they were put in.
Okay. Where did the blood trails?
Say that again.
Where are the blood? Which way did the blood trails lead to this room?
Yeah, they would have had to be transported down here. Clever.
Both ways.
Both ways that were smooth and had nothing actually covered in blood.
As you're in the main chamber, you got the 2 entrance and exits from this
Yeah.
circle chamber. Both ways have very light smear marks. They have been cleaned up, but there are still some signs left behind.
Right. I can only see one option of getting out of this alive right now. We teleport, but we teleport all the way back to the Skjalls. We can't
Yeah,
take on
that's what I
100
was gonna
people in
say.
the village. Yeah.
And we might as well go back and report it, and then they can send soldiers in.
Perfectly fine, except for 2 slight problems. Varg and Kravala.
How many of those teleports have we got?
2.
2.
2 one-use crystals.
So we'd have
What's
to
to
use
say
them
that
both.
they're not waiting for us there?
Don't forget, wasn't it the Skulls who possibly sent people to kill us?
Possibly. So we're not doing. So the main thing is we need to get back up now. We're perfectly able to cause them problems. I say we go back upstairs and act like nothing's happened.
Well, they've been closing the tunnel in afterwards. They can't act like nothing's happened. They know that we've been down here. We've seen the death. Well, it's not to say that they're waiting up there for us.
They think they've got us trapped down here, so...
Yeah, but there's a woman that was working there. If we rock up and just walk into our rooms, it's really obvious.
Who's to say that we rock up in our rooms? That's the thing. Like I say, if Cravala and Varn are still in their room and we teleport to them, we were in the room with them the whole time. We heard some explosions. What's going on?
It could work.
I like it.
Except for some guy was watching us, by the way.
Some guy says that we were there. The rest of us, all of us, say that we were in a room.
Hannah? Hannah, can you drop into whispers, please?
Okay.
Thank you.
Oh.
Hi.
Hi.
So I just seen your message. I don't know how recent it was.
It was basically this minute, so...
Well, you think in your mind asking Z for help, and you feel a pull on your body. Do you resist?
No.
Okay. Your body is teleported, and you appear in your room in front of Z. And Z, hand on shoulder, goes, "Are you alright? I saw what they did."
Yeah, my friends are stuck, though.
I'll do what I can. Stay here.
Okay.
And she will disappear in front of you. Now let's go back and explain what happens.
Okay.
I'm back.
Nope.
Right.
Rose is off.
Rose has just said she'd step out while you guys were doing that. So
That's typical, isn't it? You come back
Well,
and...
I can explain what happens because Abuma, you're at the back with Layla,
Yeah.
and you two are both staying together as support buddies for not wanting to die of disgusting smell syndrome.
You're also aware that I'm very wary of her,
Yes, I know.
and I don't really would stay too close to her.
That's fine, but you notice as you watch her, she vanishes in front of you in a puff of light flame. Just
White flame, light up the
Light,
area.
yeah, we all noticed the flames suddenly
Okay.
go off.
yeah, and everyone looks around, and Layla's gone.
I wouldn't just look
Is it
around. I'd
pretty
turn
flame?
around with my weapon out, ready. So
And you-
What? Where's Layla gone?
I think this is on fire.
Oh. Looks like someone's had some assistance getting out.
Boomer, did you blow her up?
No.
you know, tell us the truth. We know you wanted to.
It was a non-boomer boom.
She'd be on fire right now.
I mean, she
No.
was for a second.
Yeah.
She erupted
No,
into
but-
flames and just disappeared.
Yeah,
I can't-
there'd be a lot more lying on the floor if that was the case. Mainly
Yeah.
the armor.
And about
And the
20
skeleton.
seconds later, that same flash happens again. And a woman, pale in obsidian armor, is standing in the middle of the room.
Z.
Hello, Boomer. Well, Layla wanted some assistance getting out, and I was still nearby. She asked for me to come and get you all.
Danny,
Where
Yeah.
is she?
Cass and I are extremely religious. Would we
I
know
know.
who this is?
Religion check.
Well, I
Say
will
that,
ask.
but I don't know.
I am
So-
here. I'm just muted for a second. Religion.
Can you roll with advantage as I'm...
Yeah, of course I can.
Well, I was going to ask who she is.
We're going to find out anyway, but it's us two trying to... Like, oh,
Cass,
20!
you
Oh, no.
recognise the person that's just teleported in front of you as Zariel.
Oh,
I'm about to say that was a combined thing between the two of us.
Yeah.
So.
You
We
kind
both look at each other
You
and
both,
go,
as Zariel's offering the assistance of you getting out, as Layla asked for the help and she's still nearby, you both kind of look at each other very quietly as like, is that how I think it is? And then Evan looks back at you like, uh-huh. And Z kind of offers the arm out and goes, "Oh, if you're done investigating down in the dingy pit, whenever you're ready, I will send you back."
Yay.
Back to where?
Yeah, to where? We haven't figured out where we're going yet.
Well, I took Layla back to her room, and she asked for me to come and collect you all. I'd initially only thought to grab her.
Very kind of you.
She asked for help. Are you ready?
Well, I don't see why not.
Well, we are.
Happily walk up.
Yeah, so Dia and Grey are like, "This is fine." Boomer's like having PTSD in the corner. Cass and Evan are like, probably unmoving.
Cass is just going to walk over to Boomer, seeing that he's visually disturbed.
And there's
put
also, yeah.
a hand on his shoulder.
So, Z was it?
Yes, it is. Look, I can see your recognition on your face, and yes, you're right. But I wouldn't worry too much. I'm here on a good errand after all.
Your kind don't do good errands.
I'm going
Not
to turn around and go,
always.
"What's going on? Do you know this person?"
Zariel, the devil leader of the first level of the 9 hells of Vernus.
Guilty.
Greytail is very tempted to start a fight.
I'll take a step back.
Look, it's dingy down here. I came
It's
to actually
entirely true.
help. So, are you?
And this
gonna
is help
accept
that's...
my hand or not? It's
This is
it's
help
rude to
that-
keep a lady waiting.
No.
No tricks.
Boomer, what part of the trick was that? I told you to make sure Layla was looked after, or I'd slit your throats. It seems she's fine, so you've got nothing to worry about.
Really? So she's safe in her room?
Well, yes, that's where I'm going to take you.
Thank you for your kind offer. Boomer, would you come here, please?
I'm gonna walk over to Evan.
Mhm.
Oh.
She's kind of stood sort of in the middle of the room at this point.
We thank you for your offer. I'm looking round everyone else for just...
Well, at
Everyone.
the minute, we've got Deer and Greytail, who are right next to Zariel.
I'm eyeing her up and down. Going, could I take her?
Yeah?
No. Are they both together?
I got Greytail. Make an insight check.
I just cannot believe you asked that question, by the way, Greytail.
In terms of raw physique, she's probably about the same height, slightly slender build. She's wearing plate armor and currently has no weapon at her side. However,
That we can see.
However,
Yeah.
you may not know who Azariel is, but when someone tells you the leader of a layer of hell, that
Not a good idea.
immediately screams powerful. So, although she looks, and you know, if you'd have rolled low, I would have said, yeah, she doesn't look too big. It would have been funny as fuck. But no, the second someone throws the leader of a layer of hell, that immediately pricks up your attention. So you assume that there's a lot more than meets the eye with this woman.
Yeah.
More than
Maybe
just
not.
that.
And the fact that she not only teleported Layla out, apparently, but was also able to teleport straight back in, means she has pretty fucking good magic, and a lot of it too. Because
No, I
that's
don't
not...
do
That's... Yeah, I know, but even you, being around the conversations about them teleportation crystals, you know magic like that's not easy.
Strong.
That's high level.
Can I ask you a quick question, Danny?
Mhm.
I don't mind if you want to do this in whispers with Michael, but would Castle and Evan ever gone to Beelzebarons?
No, you guys wouldn't have. But you probably would have heard the stories of the incursion onto the material plane, and you would have heard the stories from the
No, I
party
meant,
that
like,
saved the
do
country.
you know the locations in that area? We've been to places in Multisora, right?
You would have.
We, I don't.
At that
yeah,
point,
I don't
in
think
your
we would have
lives,
done much, but
you
we would
wouldn't
have had.
gone to Beelzebub Barons because you would have probably visited.
We
Montessori
would have had. We would have had
long
visitors
before.
from there. We wouldn't have been ourselves.
Yeah. That's exactly it. You'd have had visitors from there, and you would have heard the stories, but you wouldn't have been there.
Okay. Okay. Colonel, I'm gonna meet again for a second.
I'd say you're.
Is it just
So
the two of you
you're-
then?
I believe it is, though I do wonder if you're going to be protecting Layla, as it seems that you are very invested in her safety, as I'm sure
course.
she very much appreciates. What are you going to do to the people who trapped her down here?
Now that's the fun, isn't it? We'll find out
I'm
soon
sh-
enough.
I'm sure you will.
I don't want to hold her hand too much, but it seems she was in very much of a pickle, and I pulled her out. She wants you guys pulling out as well. I've got to allow her to develop herself to some degree, but I'm not going to allow people to take advantage.
Oh, I can fully agree with that. She does need to grow a little bit.
But if the four of you, is it four? Yeah, if
Definitely, yeah. The four of us are not currently
well, if
moving
the four
forward.
of you are good where you are, then I shall take these two back up.
You want to come on?
Yeah,
But
yeah,
who's going up?
You, Deer and Greytail are the ones that want to go. Everyone else is kind of like, no.
The two Tabaxi have gone over.
I walked
Yeah.
up thinking it was all fine, but now there's conversations going on. I don't know if I'm going with or staying.
Well, she puts the hands on both of your shoulders, Grey on your left, Deer on your right, and she stood between the two of you. Ready to go?
Yeah.
I look back at the main party and see if there's any signs of a yes or no.
You can clearly see that
Say no.
they're not happy. They're not. If they were happy with you, they'd probably be joining you.
If you wish to go with her, we'll see you shortly.
Well, I'll stay and help you lot get out as well.
So here's my question: would I know of this person through my history?
Nope.
No.
So are you not going then, Grey?
Yeah.
Okay.
I give it like a slight nod / bow, and thank you for the offer, but I'll help these lot get out.
Yeah, and then
The same thing. The
she'll
same. Yeah.
step directly behind Deer then and just wrap both her arms around so her elbows are resting on his shoulders, and then the forearms are draped down across his chest, like across him.
Oh.
Well, I'll see you in a moment then. A spark of bright light, and Deer's gone. And Layla, you are reunited with Deer about a minute or so later, and it's just Deer, and Z goes, well, the rest didn't seem to trust me too much and didn't want to go. I figured it would happen. It's fine."
About to say, with this point going on, we'd be reaching into Deer's bag of holding, getting out one of the.
What? Deer's bag of holding that's on Deer?
No, not Deer's. Sorry, Boomer's. Deer hasn't got one.
Fair enough.
No, I won't. It's just what I don't.
Boomer's bag of holding, grabbing one of the teleport stones.
Yep. And where are you teleporting to?
Kravala.
Yeah. So
Well, no. Yeah, Kravala. I'm saying that more because the conversation we'd had beforehand, Danny.
that's fine, and because it's it's technically an associated object.
Okay, her bandolier is what I'm aiming for.
No, I'm saying because she's technically an associated object, it'll work either way. You don't have to
Yeah.
re-specify. So
Yeah.
it's 100% success. So one of the teleportation crystals are used,
Yes, that's not at all.
and you teleport into the room with Kravala, who is in the middle of throwing a dagger at the ceiling and then catching it. As you do that, she throws it, jumps, and then the dagger starts falling. She has to roll off the bed and in the
Can I-
top of the pillow.
Can I try to catch it?
Roll a dex check. As she kind
I
of
could use
goes,
deflect
she
missile.
kind of sees it fall as she's jumped and looks at you, and she's like, "Oh fuck!" And she just rolls off the bed.
But I'd say it's probably between me and Grey. Grey could definitely grab it with his deflect missile, but I just want to.
I think it has to be aimed at me.
Yeah. I'll say that you're able to like grab it, and it cuts like the edge of your hand a little bit, not even to do damage, but because like you kind of nick the hand on your blade, and she kind of rolls to the floor and goes, "The fuck?" as suddenly everyone's in the room. Varg gets like woken up in a shock and grabs the axe because his meditation was disturbed very abruptly and loudly.
We have guests possibly next door.
Make yourself.
I'm handing the dagger back
more
towards.
subtle next time. And you hand the dagger back and she puts it gingerly back
So,
in
I
the
mean-
bandolier.
Subtle as subtle does with when apparently you managed to miss the 2 explosions that trapped us down there.
One right outside the building.
Yeah, one right out back door.
Yeah, the guards were sealing up a couple holes.
Yeah, the holes that we just travelled down.
Oh.
Did you manage to get a good look at any of those guards?
A couple, yeah. Cravala says, I can probably point them out.
Any distinctive?
I would say good, because they need to die for doing what they just did to us.
Guys, I
Yeah,
hate
well,
to
we
interrupt.
need to be
We
going next
can't.
door right now.
No, but we can't. You do realise that there's just us, and there is potentially 50, 60 people that
If
have
not
murdered all those people downstairs. Yeah. We can't attack them. We need to get out quick.
We can't do it head on, but we've got a few ideas that we could do. Also, by using
Yeah,
one of those
divide.
phones,
Divide and conquer.
you can divide and
Trying
conquer
to
them.
conquer the whole town. But anyway, let's go.
Yeah, so we're
You all
heading
run
in.
into the next door room.
No,
There's-
we're walking. We're walking, not like a dash or
Yeah.
anything.
And there's the heavy knock at the door, like, Layla?
Oh no, it's not. Again, it's not like heavy thud, like demanding entry. It's just like
Yeah, so
Yeah,
Layla?
you're forgetting
you in-
that Cass and Evan are very dignified individuals.
Layla, dear, there's a knock at the door.
Oh. Do we answer?
Yeah, I don't know. I look at Deer. Is he looking like he's going to answer the door?
Well, it
I'm
could-
looking at you
it
going
could
to the
be
door.
friends.
You've
It could-
left me and Liam in a room together. We could be stuck here for the rest
Well,
of
the thing is, it could be friends. It could be bad people coming to murder you. You don't know.
I mean,
I say
you might.
hello.
I'm pretty sure you've still got a Zariel in your room at the moment.
No.
No,
I'm
she's
gonna
didn't she?
imitate.
After Zariel teleported, she would have basically explained what had happened and be like,
Yeah.
I told you this would happen,
No.
but...
Do you
Yeah,
have to
but
say help me?
we're there about less than 20 seconds later,
Okay,
kind of
gonna
thing.
what
do
you
a
see,
bird
you
call.
see under
But I'm
the...
Unless
gonna
you-
talk
Actually, I
shop.
will say, those outside, you see under the door a flash of light just from coming around the edges of the door and as Zariel does teleport away.
So yeah, you were saying people inside were trying to do something.
I was gonna shout hello.
Oh, I was going to do a deliberately shitty bird call impression with a cough in the middle, thinking that they might.
Okay.
I mean,
Dear Layla, do you mind letting us in, please?
I opened the door
What if they?
slowly.
Oh shit! What if they can? Okay.
What if we can what?
No, I was
Worried that we weren't who we
Evan.
said we were.
I
Evan.
opened the door slowly.
What's the stupidest thing you've ever seen me do?
Oh, well,
How,
that
how long?
happened
I'm about to say
30
how long.
seconds ago.
I'm about to say we were just walking through. How long do you have?
You can come in.
Oh,
So we all go in at that point.
So you all make your way in and shut the door.
Oh, Massgrave.
Yeah,
mhm.
30 people dead beneath the town.
Not enough to be able. Not enough teleport crystal to be able to get everybody out of town if we wanted to do that. Live off the land and guerrilla warfare for a little bit.
Mhm.
Or we head to the dock and leave on the next boat out, which will be in 5 days. 4
Yeah, that's a
days?
long
It's
time
every
to wait.
week, yeah, so you've been here for 2 days.
Mhm.
We feel we're cornered.
Oh no.
Or use the last teleport and just.
There's not
Leave
enough.
someone.
Oh, well, we got too many people.
Too many people.
Too many
That's
people.
why we were happy with 2 teleport crystals. But now we've used one.
You didn't have.
Well, I don't know about
Yeah.
you, I wasn't going to accept help from her.
No, not from Zariel.
No.
Z.
Oh.
Z Zariel.
That's
Yes.
my middle name.
Yes, also leader of Avernus. If I recall correctly, the person your parents beat
Defeated after she tried to take over the
over the
world.
material plane.
Mm-hmm.
And now she's nice.
Yeah, she's
No.
nice now. Redemption arc.
Devils don't do redemption very well, but if she did it, she'd be more angelic than fiery.
She's not
Yeah.
a devil, though.
She's an ex-angel. She fell.
Yeah, there you go. Just a hurt angel.
No, she is an angel. She is an angel that gave up being good and decided to fight in the wars of the Hells.
Mhm.
Anyway, my mum and dad told me what Zariel was like, and that wasn't Zariel.
That was Zariel.
Danny, do I believe him?
Do you believe him? That's more of a you question.
Is there a
I mean,
role like
you see the entire party
Just looking at you like-
out.
Yeah, the lot
And,
of us going. That's the leader of the. That's the leader of one of the first layers of the
you tried-
Hells.
yeah, but you could just be
But
like,
tried to murder everybody.
she's never tried to murder me.
No,
Or
no,
me.
but then again, yes, but that's because devils are being very tricky as they are. It's very funny that the person that, it's the person that probably had a problem with your parents is now the person seemingly looking after you, but we'll brush that aside at the moment. Because we've got the current situation to deal with.
How can we get
I mean-
out?
We just,
Could always run.
the main thing is we could just make a break for it. Danny?
We could steal a boat.
Let's see. These. So this here, this tier at the top,
Yes.
is that just a sheer wall? Is it a slope?
It's a steep cliff.
So it's not. And how much of a cliff is it? Like 100 foot?
From top to bottom, you're probably dealing with about 80 to 100 foot, yeah.
80 to 100 foot. So going over it, not a good idea.
You're not advised if you
I
wish to
don't
have
suppose
yours.
I don't suppose that's conveniently where all the hay is stored.
No.
No, the hay's here, but for us to get anywhere out of here, we're going to go through multiple guard stops. We saw that many when we were coming into town that are already suspicious of us, then closing us in underground. We are outnumbered and out of options.
Mhm.
Can I cast slow fall on other people, or is it just me?
No, it's just you.
Just self? Okay.
You could definitely just go off the
I
side
can
of
do
the
it.
cliff. Yeah, you
I
could
can
go off
climb
the side.
down or jump down, yeah.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, actually. The two tabaxi could probably just climb down the side with no problem.
Yeah.
Which could then be the case of if the rest of us are going round the back of houses and stuff, we could possibly avoid most of the guards.
Except for you two who have heavy armor on.
Oh, we have heavy armor, but if we're moving quick round the back of houses and stuff,
They might not want to just start
Who's
a
wearing
fight,
heavy
so we
armor?
can just...
me,
And
aren't you? Oh no, you're not.
Boomer.
Boomer's kept wearing it.
you could start taking it off.
We could, but if we get into a fight, then I'm quickly going to get knocked down.
Maybe we wait till nightfall to leave under the cover of darkness.
We are in Nightfall.
Yes, and we don't have time.
I say we just walk it. If something happens, we then leg it.
It's at this point Varg and Cravala both come in.
Oh no, we would have brought them all into the room.
Oh
Yeah, they
no,
would've
no,
come
they,
with us.
they didn't come purposely.
Oh.
And Varg just goes, look, I know shit's getting fucked up at the minute, and I know you could probably do with the help, but yeah, I've been speaking with the patron of this fucking thing, and it wants me to go a few places.
Tasks to do.
Yep, I don't want to do it, but the quicker I can be done with it, the quicker I can finish the pact, at least.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I've been meditating for the few hours while Cravala's been keeping an eye.
Mm-hmm.
And taking her with me. Figured considering might as well look after and teach her a few things, and I've been speaking with the patron over it, and I'm going to be going by the end of tonight. Don't know when I'll be back, don't know if I'll be back. So I'm not going to bother saying goodbye, just in case.
Well, it'd be safe. Well, if that's what the both of you want.
And Cravallo responds with,
What?
suppose it's going to be interesting. Get to see the world, unlike staying at home. Or wherever you go. So, thought it was at least
Yes.
fair to let you people know.
Mm-hmm. You've received a calling, and it's something that you need to do.
Yeah. Fucking piece of shit thing. Always asks at the wrong bastard time. Like I said, you'll have me for the
Never
rest. You'll have me for the rest of the day at least.
Which will
At
probably
least.
be useful for us to get out of town.
Yeah. After that, I'm gonna have to go.
Well, we can make it out of town, but I don't know what you're going to do. Do you know if what you need to do is still here, or do you need to make it back to the rest of the lands?
My god's got a sense of humour. Anytime I ask anything, it's mysterious ways, trust in me, blah blah fucking blah. I have
Okay.
no idea what I'm stepping into until I'm there.
Okay.
I'll try and keep in touch. I'm getting stronger and close enough that I
Red
can
Bull,
possibly start
nice
sending
left foot there.
messages.
Very well.
What was that, Carl?
I was just with the missus.
Okay.
So I'll try and keep in touch when I can. But I can't at the minute.
Mm-hmm. Well, you both stay safe.
Mhm.
Stay out of too much trouble.
Hmm. So, what is the plan for tonight then, at least? I'll try and help you as much as I can until dawn.
We get out of town. I suggest we head out of town and head north.
Quiet or causing a
Right.
shitstorm?
Wait,
Yes?
how many can be taken by the teleport?
All
8.
but one of us. Yeah. If you two have got alternative means of transport,
Well, from what I've
We
been told,
leave now.
we're going to be taken when we're needed. So I
You could
assume
leave-
travel's
yeah.
sorted.
we
It'd
could
be
leave
easier for
now
you two
and
to get out by yourselves, not with all of us together.
It's fine. If that's what you want. If that's what's best.
Well, it's not what I want, but you've already made your mind up.
No. He gestures to the axe. That one made it for me.
think.
If
No,
you say
there's two
so.
options. Do we try and leave like we've not been here at all and let them think that we're buried down there? Or do we try and leave and make them think that we're somewhere in the woods? Do
No,
we
I,
then
I feel like if they think that we're buried down there,
That's probably the better.
it will take them longer, and we can get out quicker.
Cravala does say, well, rather than fucking about, why don't you just take the teleport crystal? You've got
Well,
two of
that's
them
what I
for
was
a reason.
thinking.
we have two of them? We would.
As much as I want to get revenge for those gits who tried to kill me, the more sensible option is they think us dead.
Yes.
They're not going to bother coming and find us.
Exactly, they're going to leave us there.
Mm-hmm.
And this crystal will take us anywhere in the world if we've been there before.
Mm-hmm.
Which, technically, for Cass and Evan, is quite a few places.
I know that. How far do we want to go?
I bet my people.
Your people.
Not all of us can
as in-
breathe underwater, Persephone.
I'm
My
sure
people?
magic could help.
Do we not want to report back what we've found?
to...
We don't even know if we can trust them. Yeah.
My
do we go?
home's always open.
I'm sorry, Layla?
My home is always open. You've been where I live, right?
Where's that?
Multisora.
You want to get to Montessori? Oh, right, life.
You don't know where that is.
That's what I'm saying. Oh, my life. I've never been there.
I've got no idea.
Home to Master.
We could
Yeah,
go to
that-
one of the outlying villages where we are from. Evan?
Because...
Could you put the map back up, Danny? The
Yeah.
the country map.
The country map here.
Danny's freaking out where we're about to go.
So this is the country map.
Is
Hey,
it,
hang
hang
on,
on,
hang
hang
on,
on. Is it
hang on.
worth me putting the world map up at this
Hang on.
point?
Yes,
guys,
please.
guys, I've got an idea.
Where?
Don't
Let's
say
go.
Burgundy.
Let's go to
Man,
Burgundy. Let's go to Burgundy, and no one would ever suspect us to go there.
Michael, I went there in my backstory to save you all from going.
Thank you.
Yeah, I know. That's precisely why I say fuck Danny over and let's go this time.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
but
the
there's
thing,
druids
though.
there. There's druids that want our help.
Cass and Evan, I'm guessing, have been to every main city across the world at one point in some kind of delegation.
I would argue
Yeah.
that yeah, pretty much, you've got access to any country, pretty much. Yeah.
Anyway.
Just be careful.
Sorry, that was
No,
a bit
hang on,
confusing.
no, hang on. I will just point out, just as a note, the countries with names on are the ones that have partial building or built. So please, if you're going to at least go somewhere, don't pick one that doesn't have a name.
No, that's the first plan. There.
No, yeah, I like
Random
this
fucking wilderness.
Right.
Oh,
Oh
one.
god.
Ariel's just gonna come up,
There you
come
go.
and blow everything
Let's say,
up in a minute.
Danny. Well, I'm about to say, welcome to Deck of Many Things Part 2.
Electric Boogaloo.
We can't make him rewrite another continent.
We're
oh, it's
about
already
to.
happening. It's happening.
Right.
Oh
so,
no, I'm thinking here.
So
Look.
Well,
there's a
there.
Yeah.
I
It's
bet
got
that
a
one.
name, and there's a volcano.
I bet that one.
Well, it sounds like battle, so. Wait a minute. What do I know about these places?
which Lavastrosa is?
I mean, just which would I assume is the safest place right now?
Lavastrosa is a wastelandy type zone. It's very harsh terrains and stuff. Battaglia is much more temperate and suitable. It's a fairly stable country.
Is that a volcano, Danny?
Yeah, it is.
It's volcano.
Let's not go there then.
It's a super volcano.
I'd say-
It's the only
Let's
super
go
volcano
there.
in the world where, if it truly erupted, it could intercontinental issues.
Oh,
Let's not go there, please.
let's all set it off.
Well,
Technically, the
That was
furthest
fun.
place away from Brial is there.
No, it's not.
hey, no,
We got it's
I mean,
there.
we could always go to Celsius. I hear that's nice this time of year.
Oh yeah, except for the blatant racism and the neo-Nazis that are currently taking that place
okay,
over.
Okay,
Yeah, zombie line.
okay, no, remember, the racists only occupy Hillsfar there.
That was like about 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Spread.
Jack,
But then again,
He's American.
let's say I'm human. Cass is human. Layla's human.
further north, please. Further
I don't want to go to a place where people will be mean.
Carl,
Coffee.
Carl,
I get
Jai-
enough racism
Carl,
here.
stop pinging that. Joikoru is just the name of the continent.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
So
ones with the white
the
borders
options
are
we
continents.
have is Salvia, Saladas, Armdia, Multisora, Battagalia, Lavastrosa, Sahil, Dinas,
Can we go somewhere
Gundia,
cold?
and Gagron. How
I
many
think
of it? Is that
Gagron.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? Roll a d8.
No, can we go here? Here.
Let's.
Here.
No, we can go.
Here.
I say let's
Why are
leave it
you
to
writing COD?
chance. You can go there,
No.
there,
Good, yeah.
there. Oh wait a minute. So 1, 2, 3.
It looks like
Four.
Holdy's up there, so I say.
Thinking about it character-wise, Multisora, we have multiple people who come from Multisora.
Mm-hmm.
So going, but
Well, that's mainly because I just want to. Let's do 9 and 10. D10?
Can we not
Minute.
vote instead of rolling?
So where's
11.
10? We got here,
Dalen.
and here.
Dalen's not.
Yeah, we're not going to the if we go to the 2 countries to the left and right, we're still too close.
Okay, fair enough.
That's why I kind of didn't put them.
too close.
Like,
We
we
haven't
vote.
leave one city.
Let's say, yeah, we've probably, if we've got problems with 1 of 3 noble families in Breal. Our knowledge of being able to have worked with them means we could probably be quite useful to the other 2 families.
So we could go to
No,
one
we've
of-
only worked with one family.
We've only worked with 1, but the closeness of our working relationship means we could probably point out, hey, there's something going wrong with there at the moment. Maybe you'd like to go and take it over and do stuff with it.
There's
And
also the
Danny
risk.
doesn't have to
There's
rewrite
also,
his entire campaign.
yeah, and there's also the risk of that particular family turning around and saying, "Oh, I could gain favour with that family by handing
ding,
you all
ding,
over."
yeah. We don't
But-
know how they're going to react to a bunch of adventurers who don't look like anything walking into them and going, "Oh, this family up there's got problems. Why would
Oh.
they listen to us?"
Well, it's either that or we just start working for them and then we just help point out evidence in that direction. Or, yeah, we could just bounce anywhere across the world.
Yep, you've got a
Don't
one-way
think that
ticket
in
to anywhere.
mind. Like,
Yeah.
that's it. We can get far away. Well, I mean, what does everyone want to do? Because this is obviously a democracy. So, do we want to vote on it? Majority wins.
I want to go somewhere cold.
Okay.
Can you give up on your ice golem for 1 minute, please?
Where did I put Daldek from? But his backstory, isn't he?
I have no idea.
Oh, it was one of the. It might have been that one. No.
Dalen.
I mean, if we could go somewhere on Satsuki, that's my vote. But that's just due to the fact that, yeah,
The names with the white border are continent names.
yeah. I mean, like somewhere on that continent,
yeah,
one
yeah.
of the places on that continent.
Yeah.
Do we really want to go there?
Not home, but somewhere nearby. Because eventually we're going to have to go back home. And I don't know about you, I'd like to know what's going on there.
Hello?
Just in case that we could look into, but it's not something we're meant to be. I don't feel that's what we're meant to be looking for at the moment.
Like you said, we do know that there are powerful people in Multizora where we have some favour with, kind of pointing towards Layla, or gesturing towards Layla.
Do we really want? Well, the thing is, we want to do that, or do we want to try and just deal with this problems ourselves?
How? I mean, half of our party wants to leave us. We've already had one dead member. Another is working with Zariel. I don't think we're in a very good position right now to take on anything.
Also, if we go to Multisora, you can tell my parents on me.
I think
dear.
that's something you could do yourself, Layla.
I really want you to Sacred Flame her.
I'm sorry, what was that?
I really want
Do you
you
want me to
Cass,
talk
to
to
just throw
myself
a
again?
Yeah, you wanted her to throw a sacred flame so Zariel would show up and decapitate Cass.
No!
That's what would happen if we did. That's literally the threat that we've got.
Yeah.
Keep her safe,
No,
or I
no,
will
no.
behead you.
She didn't say decapitate, she just said slit throats, okay?
Yes. Which, with Zariel's weapons, is I will slit your throat and accidentally the 3 throats around you. Just from the sheer strength of the swing.
Probably.
That's another great point. Layla, at the moment, is a ticking time bomb.
Yeah.
If she is hurt or killed, we all die.
Mhm.
Well,
Take it home to
most of the
parents.
party will die, shall we say.
I think. Okay.
So we take her home so her parents can ground her.
Oh, thinking we need.
Oh, I can't believe I'm
Wow.
going to start making a backup character. Morgan is not going to let Layla leave.
Well, you know that level 20 end of campaign 1 fight? Yeah, it's going to be about
Oh.
Zariel trying to break fucking Layla out of jail.
I've got stats I rolled. I'm actually going to start building a backup character.
But anyway, come on. What are you guys seriously doing?
Oh. Well, what does everybody want to do?
You're being hunted by someone you think. So what country are you randomly teleporting to?
Oh,
Okay.
I vote for Multisora.
Put it in the chat. It's a pity you can't do anonymous voting in this.
Well, you can.
Well, you can do,
whisper it to the GM.
and I'll tell you the result.
Oh.
how do you do the GM thing?
I don't know.
Yeah, we're all doing the
Double
GM
W.
thing.
How'd you do it?
So, go on then.
And then you type in
Also,
Danny and it comes up with like a drop down.
Yeah, W// which makes it a whisper.
Yeah. And then we're all just gonna have to look away from the stream because they'll all show up on Danny's.
Yeah.
How do I get the whisper up?
You just type in the chat for where all the text and everything is.
Yeah.
You just type /W space. If you start then typing in Danny, you should be able to hit tab and get Danny's name.
So
And then whatever.
we're picking where we want to go.
Wrong way
Yeah.
round. Wrong way round, Liam.
Yeah.
I think that was my bad.
/first.
Who you're whispering to, Liam?
You also need to say that you're whispering to Danny.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's /W and then start typing in Danny and it comes up with Danny's name.
Or just
Click on
GM.
that and then put your
Double.
answer.
Unemployed message and on. Oh, no.
You just whispered to Danny nothing.
Yeah.
Okay. Has everyone voted?
Yeah.
Okay. It's a tie.
Oh.
Oh, right,
One
okay.
vote for Saladas, one vote for Salzia, one vote for De Gron, 2 votes for Stay and Fight, 2 votes for Multisora.
I think this
I
is a
think it was
DM
Elgin.
thing then. If you want.
So, it's a 50-50 now. Stay and fight or Multisora.
Question is,
Multisora.
if you're using the teleport crystal, where in Brial would you go? And 2, if you were going to Multisora, where in Multisora? Because basically, I'll flip a coin and that's where you go.
Well, this is it. We don't know anywhere in Brial except for the main place.
So, Fjeidalmor.
But we do know the main city of Multisora.
It's
Oh,
still
go
gonna
back
be-
to
it's
the
still gonna be-
makeshift.
It's
I
still,
know.
Hang on, shush, shush, shush. It's still going to be a roll because you're not very
If we're going
familiar.
if we do end up going for Multisora, Layla's aiming.
I can literally
No.
take you to my house.
because it's indecisive. Who is doing it? And I will tell
Or
you.
would we be
It has to be one person doing it.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
which person is doing it? Because I'm going to flip to see which one it's going towards because your mind's split.
Yeah,
And I'll
but
roll
I
accordingly.
know my backstory knows another part of Brijal.
That no one else can go
Yeah,
to.
but you don't know Multisora and we could be ported into the middle of the earth. Think about this logically.
No.
Either
if we're
Layla
having,
or one of those two is
like I
best.
say, if we're having the vote of different places to go, right?
This
I
was
think whoever cast the teleport, we just go where they voted. So who's casting the teleport?
That's my point. I know
Whatever
that's
they've
part of my
picked, exactly where we
backstory,
go.
parts of Brial, as well, which Danny knows.
Wait a minute,
is
what,
part of
Matt, what are you suggesting, Matt? That it's
See,
depending on the
whoever-
person.
Yeah, whoever's casting the teleport,
Needs to know
where they
both areas.
voted is where we go.
So we need to
Oh.
pick who's got that.
Yeah, we need to
We
pick
need
who's.
to pick who's doing the spell. It's not like all of us hold on and all of us crush the stone and think of a different direction. It's like someone is going to be the focal point of this spell. So if we do go for Multizora, Layla's the one steering, as she can just go, I'm focusing on the teddy bear in my room, and boom, we're all there.
Yep.
Well, should we vote again? Because there's 7 people, we can't tie it, and we've
just
only got
wanna-
those 2 options.
I do want to point out as well, it works as well, going to a permanent teleportation circle perfectly as well.
Yeah, but
Which is
There's
more
one
common than
in Morgan's Tower, probably Morgan's home.
yeah, but do we know the combinations and everything?
I'm thinking more for like
No, Layla would.
big countries that would have them.
But again, even doing that, you'd still need to know what they are and where and what the combinations are.
Yeah, Evan and Cass probably.
That's if
would.
it's a
No, we
teleportation
wouldn't.
circle.
Yeah, we wouldn't know the combinations for teleportation circles, though.
Also, a
Let's just vote again
teleport
then,
can
'cause as
take you
Rose
anywhere.
says-
Okay,
as Rose
so
says it's an odd number, so we can't physically tap.
okay, so
Yeah.
it's between stay and fight and
Yeah.
Multizora.
okay.
I'll flip a D. I'll roll a D4. Odds Multizora, evens Brielle.
No, we're
No, we're
voting
voting.
again.
Okay.
So we're voting between Multizora and Stay and Fight.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so where are we doing this? Typing it to Danny again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
At a rate of 4-2, Multizora has it.
Yay!
Okay.
We do the wins.
Johnny, can you remember when we had that conversation about how restrictive Multizora was as a DM?
No, that was as army people in the last campaign. This will be different.
Yeah, so-
It was more because of the roles you guys had.
I know, yeah.
Okay, so who is helming the teleport? And as you have all seemingly decided that Multizora is your destination.
Layla?
It's going to be Layla or Boomer.
Oh, Boomer.
Yes. Boomer is from Multizora.
Ooh.
Really?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Did you not remember the image of Magoth in the illusion?
What? When did you do that? Was I there?
It's when we
You know
were
where that
Steve.
picture thing was in the illusions.
the fairy dragon.
Fairy dragon, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, but I don't know who Magog is. I might have met him once, actually. I don't mind either Layla or.
Where in Multizora would you take us, Boomer, specifically?
The town that was
Could you bring the map up of Multizora, please, Danny?
Yep, let me...
Thank
Have I
you.
still got
That would
it?
help us.
you would. Back to old terrain.
Yep, okay, I don't have...
Wherever
I
Magog
don't
was.
have it archived,
Good.
so I'm gonna have to... I'll just drag it on top of this page that I'm on. Is this the new one? Yes, this is the one with the new map with Beelzebarons, but obviously only only Boomer and Layla know about Beelzebarons. It's just loading in, bear with.
Danny.
Oh, I know, I hate you all. It's fine.
This is what happens when you decide to stream D&D, Danny.
No, this is what happens
Something
when
last
no,
time.
this is what happens when a party of level 4s teleport into a level 20 zone in an RPG.
Yeah, Danny.
Like you're gonna get fucking locked on by a fucking villager and one clapped.
Danny, you remember how much trouble I've told you it is with. Well, you've seen how much trouble teleport can be.
Yeah, but I didn't expect this, if I'm honest.
Danny, it's
Oh, there you go.
teleport.
Really? You know us.
Yeah,
We
but,
campaigns we played them together.
but there is the map of Multizora.
So that's the new city that was founded.
Mm-hmm. The North Shire
Right.
Mountains are still intact. Ultimania, as you can see, is no longer destroyed because that was all in the shit timeline.
Yay!
Deck of many things.
And but that's where my parents live, right?
No, Morgan
Ah.
has a terra in Ultimania, which is the capital.
Capital.
Yeah, but she ports between the two.
Yeah,
That's what we
yeah,
said, was that she lives in Beelzebarons
Yeah.
with her children and Blackjack.
Basically, they've got
and goes
like a
between.
they've got like a mayoral manor in Beelzebarons, but your wizard's tower is in Ultimania.
Yeah, that's where Boom was from anyway. That was the band.
But Tinkers built his new forge before he emigrated.
Yeah, because
So I
you
can take you to my house. It's a big, big, comfy house. It's guarded, and I don't think they'd follow us there anyway.
They'd have no way of knowing that's where we've gone.
I don't know how magic works. My mum tried to explain, but I never listened. I wish I'd listened.
Oh, true, now they are.
Oh, your mum knows magic.
You've met her.
She's
the one-
teleported to us. We know.
Oh, Did he? I can't remember though.
This is Deer. He's got a memory of a sieve.
Sid's
Well-
got more storage than Deer.
What type of magic person is she?
Oh
Hey.
God! No,
Where's
can we
the-
not go over this cake? Can we just get transported first, then discuss this after?
I mean, we're gonna meet her any minute if we go to my house.
Oh. Are there any golems at your house?
Yes, there are. There's two.
Oh.
Yeah, there you go. He's happy. Let's go.
Yeah. Deer's gonna try and he's gonna try and kill your dad.
no, he's gonna try and steal her dad and take him home.
Like, I found one. I
No,
found it.
I could just imagine he's got Blackjack under his fucking arm, like, right, I'm good. See you later.
Just throw a bit of snow over the top of it. Just like, that's it.
Oh no.
So you got two cities to choose from anyway.
Oh God.
No, we've got one city.
I would
We're
say
both
no. I
saying
would
the
say,
same-
Layla, you technically have two homes, one in Beelzebarons, one in Ultimania. You could take your pick
Yeah.
because you
Yeah, but
technically
the fact
live
that
between
Boomer
the
wants
two.
to go to the Beelzebarons too, surely we just say, yeah, okay, both the people
Yeah, let's
from...
just go there.
Just
Yeah.
think to both of you, go there.
Okay.
Wait, are you taking us somewhere specific though? Because I would literally take us to my bedroom in my house. Boomer.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay,
God.
we're going to Layla's bedroom.
Yeah,
Apparently.
Layla's doing the teleport.
Very fucking enthusiastic about it.
Oh.
Yeah, because I think if Boom was take it, you would end up at Magos workshop. That's where you'd
So,
go.
you're teleporting to your room. Can you roll a D100?
Which room? Which city is this?
Hey,
Oh,
Beelzebarons.
No.
Wait, before we go,
I'm teleporting to a very specific item in my room.
2 seconds before we go, please, please, please don't do this without just 2 seconds. I just need 2 seconds.
That's fine.
Danny,
Yeah.
can I sense that Evan's going to try and stay? Obviously, you guys don't know this, but yeah.
Insight
Can I
check.
tell? I know
Michael,
You have it back. Yeah.
roll a charisma check. Just a
Don't forget, I've been in his head that many times. I know.
Yeah. No, she has advantage and just set a DC, Danny.
Okay.
21.
You get the feeling that despite outwardly agreeing to follow what the group says, you feel he's toying with an idea in his mind. Does he stay or does he let this happen?
Do I say or do I go?
I would say, given your immediate closeness, he's very much in the inclination of he's going to try and force himself to stay.
Evan,
Yes.
I can't do this without you, and we can't stay. Please.
I think we can do this here. I truly
Sorry?
do think I do really think we can do this here. Us here can make this work. I have a lot more faith in our ability than this. We would be able to make this work. There is something going on here. I don't think we should run from it. I think we should make a stand and deal with it.
the same point, if we stay here, I'm gonna drop into Elvish.
Okay.
What language
So
choice?
the only people that understand is Evan, Cass, and Persephone.
I do as well.
Yeah, a lot of people
Okay.
people speak
Is there a
Elvish.
language that I think that only me and Evan know?
I don't think there is, honestly.
We'll just check the.
Try French.
Well,
Le-
that's just
True,
Elvish
the
anyway.
Does anybody know uncommon?
Undercommon.
Well, I know a lot of languages, so
It's more Evan's the issue.
yeah.
Thanks. I like that. Thank you.
Poor Evan.
No, don't say that. Okay, so what languages do I have? I have Common and one extra, which would have been Elvish.
Okay. Wait a minute. I want to say something, but I can't.
Oh, bit kaboom.
Saying.
Do you really want to stay?
I really think we can make more of a difference here than we're letting on. I really don't think we need to run so soon and so quickly.
I understand
If everyone feels that we really need to go, I honestly think we can make a stand out of this. We are a lot more skilled than we believe, and yes, 100 or so does sound daunting. The resources of a town being after us again sounds daunting, but we don't have to make that fight solo. It will not be easy. I would never say it would be easy by any stretch of the imagination. But we can do this. We can solve whatever's going on here. Something wrong is... Yes?
No, I was just going to say, everybody, the majority want to go, but
The majority...
I'm genuinely worried, Evan, because of things that happened recently. And you are my primary concern, as always. Not you, like, you're not the concerning one, but your life. Do we stay?
If we go, what do we do?
We continue, we find our successors.
Yeah,
The
we
plan has
continue-
not changed.
Our plan for us. Yes.
Yeah,
We
we're
can-
meddling with another country. Our own country matters more.
The
We
path-
matter more.
Yes, but our path is set before us in this direction. If we now...
No,
say,
our path changed the moment they killed us.
we're here now. This is the way we went to go. This is part of what we had planned.
Because I made a fucking mistake. Okay? I made a mistake. And, to be honest, I don't really want to be an elf again anytime soon. But anyway, we're getting away from the point.
Did you say that out
I
loud?
really
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, we're
Excuse me,
talking about
what's wrong
life.
with being an elf?
Look, we'll get to that in a minute. Evan, are we going with them? Or are
You
we
said
staying
you're
together
going
here?
Oh, bloody
I'm an elf.
It's nothing to do with being an elf in that regard. It's just how long elves live being the problem.
Yes,
Oh,
exactly.
bloody racialists.
Everybody close your ears for just 1 second. I just
No.
need to talk to Evan
With-
alone, please.
With
Go to the room next door.
Okay. We'll be a minute. We'll go to the room next door. You coming with me, Michael?
Yeah.
So yeah, the
As soon
two
as we
of
get
them
in.
quickly scutter into another of the rooms you have hired out.
Cool.
Mhm.
I'm specifically trying to hear if anybody is pressing their ear up against the door behind us.
Is anyone trying to do that?
No,
No.
I'll just sit on the bed and just put my back to the wall where I'm talking to.
I am a good boy.
Make a
I am.
perception check.
Just chilling.
Cass.
Cat, unless you are listening against the wall, trying to see if we talk loud enough that.
Just sitting down, relaxing, because that's the bed's on that wall. So
As far as you can gather, Cass, no one is attempting to peer in.
Our
I'm
path
going to play the
is...
lute. Sorry.
Okay.
It's okay, go for it.
She's playing the lute so no one can hear, but I said it 3 times and then realised my microphone was muted.
That's fine.
I played the mute. Oh, now I'm muted.
They're having a hoot at the loot.
Evan, I know that you want to stay because I've never seen you back down from a fight. But I genuinely believe this is not our fight. Our fight is home. We need to find our successors before our entire country dissolves into anarchy. Chaos is on the border.
Chaos will happen, and that's the thing. Yes, we need to find our successors. It is the case that we could go back and resolve the issue. I thought the reason we were doing this is if this happened, we wouldn't be going back to resolve the issue. We would be finding our successor and sending them to resolve it.
I've known you for long enough, Evan, that you will not let that... That was my choice, not yours. And that's mainly because... I'm 744, for Christ's sake. I was about to die, like a natural death. My plan was never to return home, but I know... Are you telling me that you don't want to?
If I need to go back, I will go back. I have no problem with that. But I believed we wouldn't need to. That we would find our successors and send them on this path.
Okay then, let's think about this logically. Taking emotion out of the situation. And I mean both my emotion and your emotion, because I know your emotion is you need to fight, and my emotion is I need to save my country, as were all of my ancestors. But logically, if we go to Maltazora, we will have allies in high positions with a lot of magic that will be able to help us. At the moment, we have a ticking time bomb in the other room. And if we stay here, there are 100 people in this city. We don't know anybody. And we are fighting a fight that we know nothing about.
We're fighting a battle that we know nothing about. Yes, there are 100 people. There are around about 100 people, probably, that we'd be up against. Yes, that is entirely true.
So what is your plan then for if we were to stay here?
Staying. We leave the town. We start, we start
How
from
do we
the
get out
woods.
of town?
We make our way out. Cover of darkness. Move closely. If they do end up causing a fight, we break our way out. We make for the woods.
Just as a note, it is dark outside.
Yeah.
It's evening, so just for that
Yeah.
note.
I know. Right, we
Yeah,
go
but
for the
there
woods.
are
If we get
multiple
spotted,
times.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say there are multiple times where one of us could die, and then tomorrow there will be multiple times where we could be hunted down. This is an island, for Christ's sake. Eventually they will find us.
No, I have no
I
doubt.
genuinely believe...
I'm not saying we're running. We're not running away forever to try and wait for it to get to a ship. I'm saying we run, and then we fight them. I'm not saying we make one big stand. That's not going to work. But they send a hunting party out after us. We deal with that party. They send another one out. We find, what information we found from the previous hunting party. We make an effort in the town. We don't fight how they're expecting us to fight.
At the same point, Evan, I believe the majority of those in that room want to go to Montezora. I believe it's the best course of action, but I am not leaving you here alone. So if you're not coming with us, I'm staying here, is what I'm trying to say. So it's up to you, but if they decide to go, we let go.
Still our thing of once we get there, what is our plan? Yes, we have allies, we have assistance. Is our plan, we find our successors, we march those allies back home? Or do we do that? Our successors could be anywhere in the world. We could be walking away from them right now. We could be teleporting straight towards them. We don't know.
You're moving away from what I'm trying to say. Whilst I agree with you, they could be anywhere across this world. What I'm saying is, do we stay or do we go? I'm with you no matter what. You know what I think we should do,
I know what you think we should do.
and I know what you think we should do. But if you're going to let go, so am I.
So,
I would prefer to stay, but it's the will of everyone else that we go, and it's your right to go, then we'll go.
Okay.
so with that conversation,
Wait a second. Cool.
you okay,
No.
Rose?
Yeah, just typing. Sorry.
Okay. So with
Typing of this.
that with conversation had, you both rejoin the main group where the crystal currently is.
Right.
Okay. So, you're all back together.
I saw them.
What's the plan?
Layla, take us home.
Make it so.
Yeah.
I
Engage.
teleport
Engage, yeah.
That's the one.
Where?
Well, different ones. but yeah.
to the dressing table, the vicinity of the dressing table in my bedroom.
Which city? Beelzebaran?
Yeah.
Okay. Evan? Are you doing what you said originally or not?
No, I will go with.
Okay. So, the crystal is used, and the crystal shatters, as did the other one like before, so now you don't have no teleportation crystals left. Your...
Danny sighs with relief.
We know someone who can teleport us anywhere now.
Yeah.
She doesn't like it when she just get used for teleportation, no?
We don't know that. Though.
Your consciousnesses
Also,
are...
Walker after a guy,
Moved.
or a guy that she barely knew.
And you appear in a
Anyway.
finely decorated bedroom with a four-poster bed and a canopy. The wood making all of the furniture is exquisite and well decorated and looks very much like a lady's bedroom. Layla, you recognise this as yours. You all teleport in, and as like the noise of the teleportation and all of you hitting the floor happens, after a few moments you hear the foot stomps of heavy plated people, and two guards burst in, weapons drawn, and say,
I'm pointing at
Intrude!
Layla saying, it was her fault.
and then when they see Layla, they kind of lower the weapons and go, Lady Layla, I wasn't expecting you. How did you get in? And who are all
Magic.
these?
these are my friends. Everything's chill. We will be. Everything's fine.
Hello.
Everything is not chill. It's bloody boiling here.
I was about to get to that as well.
Oh yeah, the heat.
We're all like
The
wearing
heat
heavy fur.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
you're-
we're all showing up like we're
Yeah.
winter wear in the middle of a desert.
This is like
Yeah.
coming from the middle of Russia in like -10, and you've just arrived in Somalia. Like the temperature difference is pretty remarkable. And as they kind of lower their weapons and go, and like understand, like they don't understand what magic is, but they know of it. And it's like, right. We'll end the session there.
Did we not
And
break the back?
Danny has to rewrite everything again.
Everything.
Danny.
I would like to just say
The DM would like to rage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
That's a very factual
the Tundras of Breal have changed their name a little bit.
Oh yeah.
The campaign was to happen there, and Danny, I tried.
No.
So did I.
What tickles me? You've ran away from pirates by going the other side of the world.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe we overreacted slightly.
That's exactly what you've
Really,
done.
I would never have
At the
guessed
same
that.
point, we have Zariel as a threat. Like, we did the sensible thing, guys. Trust me.
Yeah, Danny, I am actually seriously gonna get a backup character because
Yeah, I feel like we should all get backup characters after
I'm thinking.
No,
that
no, you can
they
shoot,
was
shoot your
home.
mouth a minute. I'm going to sign off the stream first.
Everyone,
Hi,
we
everybody.
have problems to deal with.
I've got a lot of rage, so
Sorry.
for
We
everyone,
might see the stream in 2 weeks. We might not.
well,
Not 2 weeks.
I,
We're not having
yeah,
a stream on Boxing Day.
We're not.
Yeah.
So actually, I've got 4
Hang on,
weeks.
guys.
Yeah,
So Danny,
so
sign off the stream.
for everyone that is watching, has watched, and will watch in the future,
We're sorry.
the next D&D stream won't be in 2 weeks because it'll be Boxing Day. It will be in 4 weeks, which will just take us the other side of New Year. I hope everyone has a good day, a good time, and I will see you all next time. Ta-ra.
Good night, all.
Bye.
See you in the new year. Merry Christmas. Blah blah blah.